all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is
self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Well, today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't the rap audience that's bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype.
We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is
self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Well, today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't the rap audience that's bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype, here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you could unite and fight for what's right, not negative cause. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives.
Pop, 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 when it's shot, who's to blame? Headlines, front page, and raps the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Took a brother's life with a knife as his wife cried, cause he died of trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang? I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, cause that's
self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Funky fresh dressed to impress, ready to party. Money in your pocket, dying to move your body. To get inside, you pay the whole $10. Scotch tape with a razor blade taped to your collar. Leave the guns in the crack and the knobs alone. MC lights on the microphone, bum rushing and pushing, snatching and taxing. I crammed understand why brothers don't be maxing. There's only one disco, they'll close one more. You ain't guarding the door, so what you got a gun for? Do you rob the rich and give to the poor? Yo, daddy-o, school them some more.
Straight from the mouth. And daddy-o,
do a crime,
end up in jail and gotta go.
Cause you could do crime and get paid today,
And tomorrow you're behind bars in the worst way.
far from your family.
Cause you're locked away.
Now tell
Do
me,
you really think crime pays?
scheming on taking what your brother had?
You little sucker.
You talking all that jazz.
It's time to stand together in a unity. Cause if not, then we're soon to be self-destroyed, unemployed. The rap race will be lost without a trace or a clue, but what to do is stop the violence and kick the science down the road that we call eternity, where knowledge is formed and you learn to be self-sufficient, independent. To teach to each is what rap intended, but society wants to invade. So do not walk this path that they laid. It's
Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
D-Nice, break it down like this.
Children growing, women producing, men go working, some do stealing.
Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
I'm Miss Melody and I'm a born-again rebel. The bombs in rap must cease and settle. If we want to develop and grow to another level, we can't be guinea pigs for the devil. The enemy knows they're no fools because everyone knows the hip-hop rules. So we gotta get a grip and grab what's wrong. The opposition is weak and rap is strong.
This is all about, no doubt, to stop violence. But first, let's have a moment of silence. Swing. Things been stated, re-educated, evaluated. Thoughts of the past have faded. The only thing left is the memories of our belated. And I hate it when someone dies to get all hurt up for a silly gold chain by chump.
Word
up. It doesn't make you a big man, and to one ain't go and dish your brother, man. And you don't know that's part of the plan. Why? Cause rap music is in full demand, understand?
Self-destruction. It ain't for self-destruction.
My name is Just Ice, a man, not a prankster. I was known as the gangster, but believe me, that is no fun. The time is now to unite everyone. You don't have to be soft to be for peace. Robbing and killing and murdering is the least. You don't have to be chained by the beast, but party people, it's time I release.
Hey yo, here's the situation. Idiocy, nonsense, violence, not a good policy. Therefore, we must ignore fighting, fussing. Heaven's at the door, so there'll be no bum rushing. Let's get together because we're falling apart. I heard a brother shot another, it broke my heart. I don't understand the difficulty, people. Love your brother, treat him as an equal. They call us animals, I don't agree with them. I'll prove them wrong, but right is what you're proving them. Take heed before I lead to what I'm saying, or we'll all be on our knees praying.
Heavy deep in the heart of the matter. The self-destruction is served on a platter, making a day, not failing to anticipate. They got greedy, so they fell for the bait. That makes them a victim, picked and plucked. New jack in jail, but to the vets they're a duck. There's no one around, cause in jail you're a number. They never took the time to wonder about
Self-destruction. It ain't for self-destruction. Self-destruction. It ain't for self-destruction.
Yes, we urge to merge. We live for the love of our people, the hope they get along.
Yeah, so we did a song.
Getting a point to our brothers and sisters who don't know the time.
Boy, so we wrote a rhyme.
Instead in your head, you know our job to build and collect ourselves with intellect.
Come on.
To evolve to self-respect. Cause we got to keep ourselves in check, or else it's
Self-destruction. It ain't for self-destruction. Self-destruction. It ain't for self-destruction.
I'm King News, and I come to you with the truth. The mean streets took 6 more lives overnight, all the result of gang-bang stupidity. By the way, you gangsters should know, one of your victims was a 3-year-old girl. Local gang members, you still don't get it, do you?
It's straight up bandits everywhere I look. Used to be a straight A student, now he's a crook, robbing people just to smoke and shoot up. Used to have a crew cut, now he's a poop butt. Dropped out of school and he joins the neighborhood gang, hanging on the street selling cane to his own people. Now when I say people, I mean color. You a stupid motherfucker.
Sisters, since we are the mothers of this earth, it's time we start being good mothers from the birth of our children. No time for sleeping, teach them to fight and win for the right reason. It's your time, it's your life, live it. Proud to be black, young and gifted, lifted by the knowledge of taking the right route. Gang violence needs to be wiped out.
One and the same, everyone came in the same chains, caught with the same aim, brain games and names changed. To destroy the black male crack jail and semi-automatic for static if the crack fails. So since we all talk the same slang, stop killing my brother, cause we're all from the same gang.
Don't you know we got to put our heads together? Make the change, cause we're all in the same game.
Now as a youth, I used to get my bang on, and on the app get my part-time slang on. This point in time for me was no joke though. They knew I was crazy, so they labeled me loco. Had these creeds going past feeling sporty, low riding and tossing up a 40, thinking in my mind that no one can handle us. The Dallas brothers never touched Los Angeles.
Being the pimps that we are, we're here to speak of a situation that is going too far. Here at home in the ghettos of LA, where a young black girl is not promised to see the next day. Cause we used to come from the streets before we made beats, where fools just lay and pray on the weed. It don't depend on the color of a rag, cause if you got what they want, you know they're gonna take what you have. Cause violence don't only revolve from drugs and thugs and gangs that bang most times. It's a political thing. Yeah, a couple of spots to get popped. And if the government want the fix it, they can all get stopped.
Ice-T, ripping the microphone the way I do. Listen close, my brothers, cause I'm talking to you. The problem is we got a suicidal lifestyle, cause 90% of us are living foul and wild. I say job, you say bad joke. I'd rather jack another brother watch the gun smoke. Living in the fast lane, flipping like you're insane. You won't stop until your blood runs down the street drain.
Don't you know we got to put our heads together? Stop the fight.
Make the change.
yo, we're not here to preach. Yeah. Because we're not ministers. We're telling it like it is, cause we're in the trans like sinister. Reality speaks for itself when it's spoken. A face head cluck can't bring nobody for smoking. Yo, bullets flying, mothers crying, brothers dying, lying in the streets, that's why we're trying. And stopping from falling apart and going to waste. And keeping the smile off a white face. And brothers,
killing other brothers. I thought the idea was to love one another. Open up the paper to one more death. If y'all keep this up, then there'll be no one left. I try my best to set an example, saying hype lyrics over hip-hop samples. Not just to brag at the boast, but to inform, cause I'm living in the calm before the storm.
I'm in a rage.
Oh yeah? Yo, why is that, G?
Other races, they say we act like rats in a cage. I tried to argue, but check it. Every night in the news, we prove them suckers right, and I got the blues.
America.
Get busy, Humpty.
The red, the white, the blue, and the blue and the red for Crips and Bloods. The white for who's got you doing time. Busting caps on one another.
The underground's down for peace among brothers.
Kill a black man.
What?
Yo, what are you, retarded?
Tell them, Humpty.
Yo, do you work for the Klan?
Do what you like.
Unless you like gang banging. Let's see how many brothers leave us hanging.
Kicking on the air about 8:45. All the homies getting blind in an 8-ball line. Now on this tip, they started running down the lip. Jumped in the dukes and took a little trip. Hit the block about 12 on the tick. The windows went down and the nines went click. People started yelling, bodies started bailing. Bullets go flying, sending something to hell in. It's gotta stop, we don't need all the violence. Peace in the hood and I'm over the silence. We got together not for ego or fame. We got involved cause we're all in the same game.
Last but not least, yo, Easy's no sellout. And if you can't hang in the streets, then get the hell out. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You have your own freedom of choice who to listen to. You know good from bad, fat from foul, right from wrong. Now your mother singing that sad song. My baby ain't never hurt nobody, but he still got smoked at Baby's party. But you're not the first or the last. You're nothing but a short story from the past. You're dead now, not number one but a zero. Take notes from Easy-E, the violent hero.
Don't you know we got to put our heads together?
Oh man, let's get this in here, Chris. Let's remove this bad boy. All right, people, you know what it is. Coming live from North Hollywood, California, in front of a live YouTube audience. My name is Gil. This is the American Troller Podcast. I hope that music kind of set the tone what we're going to speak about today, man. Before we get into this, let's dedicate this show to all the people who in one way, shape, or form have been affected by gang violence, gang membership, whether you're on the prison side of it and got busted, whether you're on the family side and lost somebody, whether you lost somebody to addiction, whether we keep losing people to the same. It's a silly game, but it's a dangerous game. And it's something we really don't speak about too often or really get in depth with. So we're going to get in depth. This is what this show's about. So let's get this going. And let me introduce you to the homie. Big Beeves in the house with us, man.
What's cracking, Raza?
And then we got one other guest star popping in here. Hold on. Mr. Dub V, what's going on, player?
What's cracking, everybody? What's up, Beaves? What's up, Gil?
Talk to it. Ay, güey, estás bien sexy, güey. Así me gusta.
Oh, what's up?
All right. So okay, Dub. So I had that video you made, and I got you in person, homie. So give me pretty much the same spill because between the two of us here, I mean, the three of us here, shit, there's 90 to 100 years of gang experience, man. Yeah. So pretty much. So I want to hear your take on everything.
I'm not really sure where you want me to go as far as like the video I did. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to do this. I might not be able to be on long, but I basically sent Gil a video, right, where I was talking about how my experience growing up in a very dysfunctional, very violent family. I chose the streets over my family. I thought I would find love in the streets. I thought I would find family, brotherhood, whatever in the streets, right? And because of that choice, from the age of 13 to 43, I had maybe 2 years on the streets. You know what I mean? The three of us, we all grew up in that era where, you know, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have, you know, I mean, just a phone in your hand nowadays. Kids can see stuff that we couldn't see. We saw what was happening outside. Those were like, for me, you know, I said, You know, a lot of these so-called normal kids and average kids, they had Superman and Spider-Man as their hero. I had the homies on the streets. You know what I mean? Like those were the ones. You know, they were standing up to the Judas. They were getting respect. They were being feared, and they were having like to me. I thought that was what we were supposed to get because I wasn't getting no love in the home. I thought that was love, so I went after that, and I paid a steep price. But you know what? I caused other families to pay an even steeper price, and that's why we're doing things that we're doing tonight. You know what I mean?
And I want to ask both of you guys because on that 6 minute video, you said some real heavy stuff. We all joined the hood at a young age, and you said your role models were who on the streets, Dub?
The bangers.
You?
Same thing, just gangsters,
But
hustlers. Yeah.
and because
So
excuse
so
me, and
yeah, pretty much. My role models were like the same thing as Dubs. Like the people, and, there was no the fireman. I don't want to be a fireman. I don't want to be a police officer. By the time I was like 13, 14, I wanted to be a fucking gang member. Though I wanted not only a gang member, but I wanted to be the best gang member I could be. Though.
Yeah.
Well, we were
Yeah.
our role models were actually like really like 17, 18, 19-year-olds. It wasn't old guys.
Yeah.
Now that you think about it, and I think back at the homies, like, dude, these fools were young. And they even didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But that's what we wanted to be. And I think we all strive to be that. But when we actually got there, it was kind of a different world.
Yeah.
not only that, I think speaking for myself, because of my insecurities, my abandonment issues, and me wanting to prove myself, that I was worth something, I wasn't cool with just being like, like I said in the video, I started one of the biggest cliques in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't cool with just being the regular. Like I wanted to do extras, and you know how it was in YA.
That's why, baby.
Yeah, above and beyond.
People who went to YA at a young age, those were the guys that were with the extras, homie. You know that.
And not only that, what did we do in YA? Oh, that bot was crazy, and then you want to get down with him.
Yeah, you want to be crazier.
And then I want to put this out there too. This is not not with us, just in general. This is not a competition. I think that's the thing we always, as gang members, as Raza especially, nos peleamos. As somebody walks into a room full, we don't know them, you start sizing the vato up. Yeah, that's what we do. As gang members,
it's in our genes. I think it's in our genes. Even from our culture. I think because even our parents, like I have real Mexican parents, like they're from Michoacan and everything. And to this day, my dad will be drunk and I'm like, so-and-so tío, ese güey vale verga. And I'll be like, what the fuck? I thought he's your tío. They're compadres.
But I believe that these kind of conversations are the ones that
need to be had.
That need to be had so they can change it and have other young guys, maybe younger than us, start thinking, wait a minute, these monsters are talking like that. Like, in other words, I don't think we've ever admitted that gang banging, all that was wrong, homie. I think a lot of people feel like, no, man, the homies are gonna die in vain, this and that. To me, it's like, no, the homies ain't gonna die in vain. As long as we continue this shit, the homies are dying in vain. If we slow it down, that's when we're doing our job, right, Doug?
Yeah, absolutely. Because anybody that's done time or anybody that has a family member behind the walls, they know those men wish they had an opportunity to sit down like this.
Yes, sir.
They wish, like, if they went, look, I never met one homie in there that wanted their son to follow in the footsteps.
Yes, sir.
That wanted their daughter to have an old man that was a gangbanger.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I wouldn't even let my sisters have a homie fucking game. I'd be like, you're crazy. I'd rather you date a regular guy, a white guy, a black guy. I don't give a fuck. They were a homie. Don't be a homie. And I love being a homie, but it's just like you love what you hate. You are who you hate. You know what I mean? You're your own worst enemy.
I mean, let's break it down this way, man. I think we all can agree. Everybody joined it for one reason or another, but it was, some had dysfunctional family. That's what you see. That's what you think you want to be, and you really don't see it. And then let's talk a little bit about the fun part of it, because there is a fun part of it, man.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, the fun part is you're an outlaw. You're out there. You shooting guns. Eventually, if you get up to that level, you're getting drunk, and that's another thing I want to touch about. What you said, Dubs, you never liked doing time.
Hated it. Yeah. But I loved the reaction that I got when I did time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, just got out. Oh my god, that's the homie. Just got out.
Yeah.
How long you been out? 30 days.
Fools don't know that. That's like, what it feels like. It feels like you're a fucking Marine. You just came back from war, and everybody's telling you, "Thank you for your service."
Exactly.
Thank you for your service.
No, not especially the girls. He just got out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Hey. I'll be out for like 6 months, and I'll be like, I still got out. You're like, fool, you've been out. Stop using that fucking line. I'm still trying to get laid with the same line. I just got out 6 months ago.
You guys are lucky. You're from LA. I'm from Santa Barbara. They threw us in jail for nothing. You know what I mean? Like you guys were overcrowded. They had room for us.
That's that money. Bed spaces. We got a bed for you.
Don't believe that shit. LA County's like Motel 6. Fool. We'll leave the lights on for you. Fool. Don't you worry about that. They'll come. But yeah, it was fun. If you're a kid, and the reason I bring this up is not to glorify it, because we don't glorify shit here, dude.
It's just a fact.
It's to show
the illusion
why
we had.
Yeah, the illusion
I think
we
that's
had.
what it is.
That's why kids gravitate to it. They see guys who are just partying, rolling, having the cars, slanging, doing all that, but they don't see the aftermath, fool. Dub V, I've always go ahead.
In a way, it was fun. Looking back, be honest, we were looking out for every Jura. We were looking out for enemigos.
Oh yeah.
We were supposedly down ass dudes, but we couldn't go nowhere by ourselves.
Yeah. Hey, that's one thing. As I grew up, I was like, well, why doesn't nobody leave? I remember when I got it away, my homeboy, I'm not gonna state his name, but would not go to a certain restaurant on the other side. And I'm just like, you're supposed to be my OG homie, and you can't go to a certain restaurant. Like, I was like, what? I'm fucking going. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck. And that's when little by little I started breaking it. Because I was like, I'm not going to be a little dog in a cage. Like, fuck that. I'm going to go everywhere. Wherever I go, fuck it.
I think it was fun to us because as a kid, you find fun in a lot of different shit. You know what I mean? But when we look back, like, how good does it feel now when the Juras drive by and you don't got a trip on it?
Oh, wonderful.
I still panic. I'm
sure it was the same for you guys. When I was a kid, and my homeboys, we saw Jura. We weren't even doing nothing. Because we might get an ass whooping if nothing else.
Right. No,
stereotyped off the back.
But
you're riding dirty.
It was just a different era. But like I said, I think because kids are excited, they think they're seeing the older homies do it, and they think it's all fun and games. But eventually, when you got to pay the piper,
motherfuckers breaking that shit down.
And Dubs, like I said, Dubs a perfect example of what we all strive to be. Because at one point in the neighborhood, whether you really about that, because we'll get into that, the majority homies aren't really that about that. You think they are. Even the guys you looked up to, even the guys you looked up to, you think, these fools are fucking killer. These fools are this, and then you get a little older and like, this vato is just. It's a show. It's a facade.
He just wants to pick the bitches. Some bullshit like that.
But Dubs is the guy who went to YA for many years, got out for a little bit, caught a hot one. Yeah, 5 months. Caught a hot one. But see, when you're young, you think that's what you want. You think you're on the block sometimes drinking, talking about, I want to die for the hood. Because you think you're going to get smoked and they're going to fucking put a big old mural like Nipsey Hussle and they're going to make you a hero. That's not the case, right, Dubs?
I said it in a video one time. I was in Paso and we were on the handball court, right? And we were talking about Pelican Bay. And they were talking about your shower comes on a little train and all the bullshit we all heard when we were kids, right?
Right.
We were like, well, I'll be there soon. Like,
yes.
Every one of us, I thought meant it, but I was only dumb because I didn't see the rest of them there with me.
No, that is true. Or if you see them, they're all fucking smack back. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I was there 4 different times. I didn't see none of them guys with me, so I was only dumb.
They're all level 1 killers, but making popcorn and shit.
But it was again, it was us with that mentality, fool. Yeah. People don't understand, and that's ingrained more in the Chicano gangs than any gang.
And blacks too, but mainly us.
No, I never. I did. I saw a big ass foof from Hoover. I think you got down with that big old fool from Hoover. Looked like Tookie Williams, homie.
The one I got down with over there was Chinaman.
Okay.
I just know this one fool was
11 dudes.
He was huge. This one short was buff as fuck, had dreads right there.
No, I didn't get down with
you know what we used to do? I remember one time we're in showers, right? And there was no hot water in Paso. Some shit went down with the whole fucking place. And everybody's like, this one just jumps in there. Like, what the fuck, man? What, you guys gonna be like this in the joint? Like, we were preparing. YA was preparing you to go to prison.
It was like the pre-kinder, though.
No, it was
pre-kinder.
Getting you ready. It was like when you go to, like, not officer school, but to be able to become an officer. So you're
like the academy.
Yeah. It was something like that to see, and we're preparing you to prison. But it's so sad that we thought that was normal. And there's some kids now it's maybe the numbers aren't as big as the 90s and never will be, but they are like the 70s, let's say beginning of 80s. It's just not in your face so much, but you still got a bunch of young guys, and I'm hoping this video gets out there to young guys to see, hey fellas, this is what we're trying to do. I mean, this is what I'm trying to do. That was with this. I'm trying to do this like how they put a time machine out there. And you put it out there and listen, homie, this is your future, carnal. We are those warriors that fought those hoods. We are those warriors that did all this shit. We're those warriors that got life in prison. We're those warriors that went to the joint for many times. We're the warriors from Hawaii. We were those guys. And we're telling you, don't go down that route. And homie, I'm not telling you because I'm gonna cry, because at the end of the day, my life goes on. Sorry about your luck if you don't want to listen to me, carnal. But I'm talking like your older homie. Don't do that shit, homie. It's time to get our money.
It's like that tough love. You gotta give them that tough love.
And I think a lot of times the younger guys look at us and say, esos pinches pendejos, ese pinche viejito que sabe, güey.
But when he's facing like 6 years to life, he's like, fuck. And it's that's years like that now. It's ridiculous.
There was a saying, something like it's not in human nature, or it's not like something like it's not human nature to learn from other people's mistakes. It's not natural. Like everybody, prison is full of vatos that swore they were smarter than the guy next to them.
But they got caught. But they got caught. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm the fourth one in my family to go down for a murder. I thought I could get away with shit still. You know what I mean?
Or you thought maybe I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it just depends what he was.
Yeah,
feeling.
something is like, I don't give a fuck, dude. And and why also with Dubs, Dubs like 10 years older than me. Now he's actually like maybe like 2 years older than me.
Hey.
Dub's like 2 years older than me. But if you look at
this motherfucker,
we have Boo Boo American Cholo coming out. Don't trip. But as far as you and I, our trajectory was the same. Fool. It was the same. We're on the streets banging. But I figured out at 21, 22, when I last went to Hawaii, I'm like, wait a minute, dude. I'm telling you, I'm in the county jail, and I'm like, the fuck am I doing over here? Something just clicked, fool.
Like,
what the fuck am I? That's who I want to be when I get older. I want to be that like 40 years old.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it took you many years in prison to figure it out. And it's not like saying, oh, talking shit, but look at the trajectory of where our lives went. Because I chose to say, fuck the gangbanging. I'm still in the neighborhood. I still love my hood. But look at the trajectory of where our lives are, that you're coming out and you got a great thing going on. You're happy to, but imagine if you would have never went to prison, got your head smart, Dubs, where you would be right now.
Yeah. No, that's real shit. And that's what this episode of your podcast is about. You know what I mean? People are gonna do what they feel is right at the end of the day. But I mean, we're gonna take this time to try to, just let people know we did it. We didn't want to listen to nobody else. We thought we were smarter than other people. And and life proved us wrong.
But the difference is this though, guys. The difference is that when we were growing up, guys our age were pushing negativity down our throat. They were pushing prison down our throat.
They're pushing the shit they fed them.
They're
just like, like a bird fucking feeds everybody to the mouth.
And it's sad that in this day and age, even gangster vatos are very sensitive, right? So I'm not talking shit about those homies because they didn't know any better.
Yeah.
But finally, we came out of the matrix, homie, and we said, hey, that's just fucked up over there, dude. Let's stop glorifying that shit. Let's stop playing the part like that's the way to go. And unfortunately, there's some guys that will sit there and listen to what I'm saying and say, this vato's talking down on us. No, you fucking idiot. I'm trying to help you from being that fool in that cell talking about what the fuck did I do?
I think it's in our culture, mainly like I said, Raza, we don't want to admit that we're wrong. We don't want to admit that we wasted 40 years, 20 years down the shitter, you know? I think that's the biggest, like, I would rather stab somebody before I admit I'm wrong, because it's such a big pill to swallow, you know? That's what I think fucks them up. Even though they know, like, fuck, I'm fucked. They don't want to swallow that pill, you know?
Listen.
It's the pride in a person's, like, ego.
There was this homie, he's still out here. He's one of my homeboys, right? Older than me. He's been a fool. Never stopped being a fool. Still out there. I remember we're at one of the homies' funerals a couple years back. And he comes up to me. He said, what's up, Strange? I said, what's up, fool? He's like, hey, fool, let me tell you something. He's like, you're right. He's like, this is bullshit. He's like, I know it already, but they feel like
he's knees deep.
Yeah, he's knee deep in it, but he's like, dude, you're right, fool.
And
he's
if
like,
he loses that, he don't got shit.
He's like, hey, homie, that's what I respect about you, fool. He's like, you try to keep the homies, get them the fuck out of here. Because he knows what it is with me, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but I tripped out when he said, hey, fool, you're right. This is all bullshit. And most people, they know it. But
they don't
listen,
wanna
by the
admit it.
time you're in your 30s, you know it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But I think that willpower, that pride,
pride. I think
of
it's
saying,
pride, maybe.
that pride of saying, you know what, fool, I don't bang no more. Like this shit, it finally doesn't mean anything to me
Exactly.
because
It's hard.
It's hard, homie. How
It's
hard is it
'cause
to sit there and say,
how
I
many
don't bang?
homies do you not know that have brown pride, brown pride? Motherfucker, there's nothing proud about you, dog.
But
there's nothing to be proud of, dog.
And they kill nothing but Mexican. They got
What's
brown
that?
pride on them and kill nothing but Mexican.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Hey,
Motherfucker's never
hey,
been
fool.
to Mexico, doesn't
Hey,
know
fool.
nothing about our fucking culture, dog. I'm just like, really?
Straight up, fool. These vatos, it is. We talk so much stuff about we love we love the raza. We're here for the raza. But yeah, we sit there and fucking kill our own better than anybody else. We are the best of killing our own, carnal, and that's a
exterminating
damn
ourselves.
shame. Let me turn this shit off. Somebody's trying to fucking call me. Leave me alone. I think that's fucking the troll.
Boo-boo,
fucking
huh?
no.
Boo-boo.
Oh yeah, shout out to Big Boo Boo, man. Boo Boo couldn't make it in today. He's
Shout out to
at
Big Boo-boo,
he's
man.
at the Lowrider Car Show.
Yeah.
There you go. But okay,
Where's his beard? Did he take his beard with him?
I'm gonna put. Hold on, I'm gonna put it on now.
His beard has his own car.
Fuck.
Here, give me my close up, Chris.
Get a $10 discount with that.
There you
shit.
go, carnal. So
A free
we'll
michelada
we'll
with
make
that.
a little funny around. So I figured that women can do eyelashes, fake butts, fake everything, right?
Homies
Since
do
I don't
fake
really have that big of a brocha, fool. I'm gonna start selling the American Cholo brocha. We go Chinese.
Trademark.
We go
Trademark. American Cholo 2021.
shit.
Trademark.
All right, so let's hit the dope game.
Okay.
What I know about the dope game was that my mom sold coke since probably like 84 to about to the last time me and my mom got busted. That was my last violation. They actually rated my pad not for me but for her. Dude. So it was her bad, homeboy. And she got out of prison like she got busted like in 97, got out like 99, 2000. So I saw the dope game, right?
Yeah.
I saw it.
Ins and outs.
Huh?
Ins and outs.
Yeah. And what I saw from the dope game was it's a sucker's game. It's a sucker's game. Fool. You sit there, you get this money real quick, usually blow it real quick, and there'll be people, oh, my homie. Yeah, that is the fucking exception.
1%
Yeah, 1%. It's like saying, to me, when people try to say, oh, but my homie, it's like saying, drop out of college, dude, you're going to be a football player.
Yeah.
Drop out of college, you're going to be a basketball player.
Exactly.
Most people that I know that were in the dope game, they're broke,
busted,
or you know what happens?
or strung out.
They're strung out.
Strung out, and it does happen.
How many homies do we got that are fucking strung out on drugs? That back in the days, like, yeah, that fool had a Cadillac.
Solid as
homie.
fools. I've seen people that I know that were in prison that were fucking stone cold 5150 vatos up there. That I'll see them, like I just seen them with my lady. We were driving through Colton, and this vato was walking in the river bend, fucked up. And I told my lady, like, damn, this motherfucker was fucking legitimate somebody in prison. And look, he's right here, walking the river bend in Colton. I'm just like, that's some shit.
How many guys did you see in prison, the dope game, and now they're
fucked up?
Yeah,
it's hard.
You know, I mean, if we're talking about that, just period, in the whole lifestyle, how many success stories is there?
Yeah,
very few.
I would say it's like 1 in a million. It's like hitting in the lottery.
Very few.
Play the fucking lottery. You have better odds, honestly.
Like you. So when my mom and dad were together, they were slinging coke and weed, right? But my parents were real. My mom, I was born exactly 30 days after my mom turned 16, right? So my parents were very young. My mom was a product. My mom's from Northside Monte, right?
Okay.
So she was a product of the LA foster system. Wild. You know what I mean? And my dad raised himself in the streets. So neither one of them knew how to be a parent. I grew up in a house that was so crazy, but they both had good jobs, were selling dope, and we had nothing in the house.
Oh, shit.
So for me, because what they did, because they were young, they sold dope just to party and get high.
Just
you know what I mean?
Just not to buy, yeah.
And so me, when I was growing up, I always said, and you know, like, I mentioned it in videos. I don't have good, unfortunately, my mom committed suicide while I was in prison. I don't have good memories with my mom. Now that I'm out, I'm building memories with my dad, right? But, you know, it was just like, I grew up always looking at my dad like, whatever he is, I want to be the opposite. So I didn't sell dope, but then when I was in prison, you know, we do what we do. You know, so I was playing dope in there, which is a whole different thing. But on the streets, I didn't do it because I saw it in my own home. It was like there was nothing in it. You know what I mean? Like they sold a bunch of shit just to get high. We had no food in the house.
Right, dude. And that's what it is a lot of times. Listen, I work construction. I know a lot of people that work construction. I myself, the homies also that work with me, they live better than the dope dealers in the hood. Straight up, fool. Straight up. And the thing was, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. We were the ones that said, if you fucking work at that pinche way.
Yeah, only the dummy goes to work.
Well, the homies used to, back in those days, the homies used to work a lot more than they do now. Nowadays, the crazy part is that nowadays everybody's twacked out.
Yeah, it's sad. That shit breaks my heart, though. It breaks my heart because I see so many people that are so young
was that
on crazy shit.
That is the worst drug ever. Listen, I've been on prison yards where that drug wasn't even allowed. That's how bad. When they say prison is the worst of the worst people and it's not even allowed there, that tells you how bad a drug is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's sad because we're going around everybody. Honestly, I was busted recently, and there was homies going around everybody's back. They were going to the Gavas, to the blacks, doing whatever they had to do just to get high. And you know what? I never threw nobody under the bus. You know what? I never will. You know, all I did, I would tell them, look, so and so, like, is it really worth it, fool? You know what's gonna happen if they find out Peter paid Paul and you're Paul? You know what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Adios, motherfucker. And you really want to get blasted because you wanted to stay up all night?
But
is it really that worth it? Like,
but they can't. The thing is this, man. If you're a young guy out there, you know what? This will go into the next segment. Let's go. I had a little segment that you guys are bringing perfect on me. How do you become a successful gangbanger?
You have to. I feel you have to master the art of it. I mean, because people think, oh, it's all about I put in work. I picked up the guns. That's only a portion of it. If you really, I feel like if you really want to be successful in that life, you have to be you have to be, for one, diplomatic. Two, you have to be able to get your hands dirty. Three,
no, but we're talking about the streets.
That's on the streets and out.
All right,
on the streets and out, in and out. If you can master those three things, the first, like I said, diplomatic always, because you know what? There's gonna be times where, oh boy, you know what? You can't smoke them because there's people there. You have to think, okay, I can't smoke this food because in and out, and there's cameras here. If you really want to be successful, right? Second, what are you bringing? What are you striving for? What are you selling for? What are you picking up that title for? And what title are you really trying to pick up? Third, like, realize where you're gonna go, where you're gonna end up, and what are you shooting for. If you got nothing to shoot for, nothing to strive for, it's like you're pretty much just getting by. You're just another body count. You're just another somebody that's gonna be a nobody. And even though you have your little 15 minutes of fame, it's gone. You know. So I always tell people, because I know that, like I said, I am who I am now, but there was a time in my life where I was the guy that sat homies down, like, hey homie, and I know how to play pinochle, I know how to play chess, but my favorite game was chess. I loved fucking chess. Every person I called, and I'd be like, hey, let's play some chess. They'd be like, what the fuck? We play? I'll be like, pick up the board, I'll play chess. And then he'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get into dope. It has nothing to do with dope. And I'll be like, everything has to do with this, dog. Yeah. I'll be like, because if you don't know how to move your pieces, you don't know how to move your man, you don't know how to move what you're moving, and you're gonna get caught off guard, dog. Because chess is a game where you have to predict the next man's move before he even makes it.
But most fools I hear, I play chess, not checkers. They don't know how to fucking play
chess. Yeah, exactly. I was just breaking it down to my lady. My lady's like, what the fuck? I didn't play that shit. And I'll be like, I used to play chess with no chess pieces. I'm pretty sure Dub knows about that.
Get off the chess. Oh yeah, Dub was.
A1 to A6, A7 to A. You took my rook, took my bishop.
So what say you, Dub? What makes a successful gang member?
Me personally.
Yeah, personally.
I don't think such a thing.
That's fair.
There's such a thing.
I think there is.
I feel like that's two different. That's a contradiction, because a gang member is a negative, success is a positive. So how do you make
positive equals a negative?
You want me to explain to you what I believe it is? Give me the close-up.
Oh fuck!
With the close-up?
Come on, baby.
Zoom in, baby.
This is what it is. To be a successful gang member, gangbanger, first of all, you got to be ruthless.
Yeah.
You got to be ruthless.
In an essence.
In an essence, you got to be ready to. It takes time. Don't.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you advice right now, youngsters.
Yeah.
You want to be a successful gangbanger? This is how you do it, man. See who's who. You gotta be ruthless. It's not gonna come overnight. It's gonna take years. It takes years. It's like a boxer. You take. You start boxing. You go a little higher, and eventually, if you're meant for that, you're gonna go to that higher level. You gotta be able to pistol whip your own homies. You gotta be able to have to shoot your own homie. You have to. You gotta be able to sock up all the homies you have to at the meetings. You gotta be a cold-blooded motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right.
The thing is,
yeah,
Gil, and you got to be ready to die because everything
Wait, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There's a point to this story here, right?
No, I agree with what you're saying, though.
You got to be all that. You got to be smart. You got to stay off dope. If you're using dope off the back, homie, your recipe of being a successful gangbanger is out the thing. But then when I say successful, what comes with that success is Dub V. Dub V is a very successful gangbanger. But you know what the prize is? It's a cell in Pelican Bay. It's a life fucking sentence. You are gonna be a successful gangbanger. What I'm telling you, this is how you're gonna be a civil. But the prize is a fucking shoe program up in the Bay, homie. That's the fucking prize. But in the hood, that vato's with the business. The V, I'm sure for a little while they were saying, "Oh, that fool's with the business. That's the homie."
No, but look. And here's something I want to say, and I mean no disrespect to anybody in the joint that's watching this, but it took me a long time to realize that to be somebody in prison is to be a nobody in life because of the that you have. The things you have to do, you absolutely you contribute zero to the world because all you're doing your everyday thing is look in the shoe. I don't like to talk about a lot of that, but we used to have this thing where we would sit there and try to come up with different ways of making money constantly.
Right, strategizing.
It's all illegal. Everything we were doing is to try to get over.
Scam.
I'm saying, like, you're contributing nothing. You're taking, constantly taking.
You again. I'm telling you that 6-minute video was great. Cannibalism, homie. That's what you called it.
Yeah.
The eat or be eaten. Yeah, it's true.
And when I said successful gangbanger, I'm trying to get these guys to get off that dope. First of all, but that's the prize, homie. The prize is you're gonna be in a cell for the rest of your fucking life, and you're gonna realize one day this is bullshit. Because as a successful gangbanger, you have to be willing to go
above and beyond.
Yeah, above and beyond. Go kill your enemy, right? And then once you kill your enemy, that fool might be your cellie one day.
Exactly, and it will happen.
Then you go to the joint and kill there.
Yeah. But that's another thing. You're gonna get busted. You're gonna go to the county jail, and the same fools you're trying to knock their heads off, they're gonna be in there. You gotta hang with them because it's all racial now.
Yeah.
If that doesn't tell you, there's something wrong in this fucking algorithm, fool. There's something wrong, and we can. The sad part is we continue to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to have this conversation to bring different sides of thought and have some youngsters actually listen to it and say, "Oh fuck, dude, that might be right, homie.
Yeah.
That might be right." So, how long did it take for you in the joint to finally figure out, damn, I fucked up, homie?
You know what? I'm still working on that. You know what I mean? It took me about 15 years to start taking responsibility, though. You know, it was about 15 years to stop blaming the jury, stop blaming my victim, stop blaming the cops, stop blaming everyone and everything outside of myself. You know what I mean? And that's when I finally started finding some happiness. You know what I mean? Because it was like, you know what? Once I realized, look, everything that happens in my fucking life is because of my decisions. I started paying attention to my decisions and my thought process. You know, I wasn't a kid no more.
Right, and that's a hard pill to swallow. But like you were saying, also, it's a hard pill to swallow to know that this shit was nothing. I mean,
that's what I was saying. It's a hard,
and that pride to say
I fucked up. I wasted 20 years of my life, 30 years of my life.
I wait, or the homie died, or my brother died, or my family member died for this, and like I said, don't let that go in vain.
Yeah.
We need to sit here and slow that down because just like listen. The Indians, the Native Americans, whatever it is, even when the world first began, right? I'm sure there was plants that killed motherfuckers, right? So fools would eat the plants, and the elders would tell the guys, don't eat that plant, homie. Like that plant is meth. Don't touch that plant. Do not. That's to me. That's number one right now in the hood. Do not touch that. If you're a young guy, you out there, you're thinking of the business. Do not touch that plant. I went around here. This was about, I won't say what city, maybe like around less than a month ago, right? And this is sad, homie. I go there. I go to go get some beer. This guy's at a buying some pizza at Little Caesars, right? No, he's in his motorcycle. He's G'd up like you, fool. Had the nice pants, creased up, had his ruka, but they were all dirty, fool. It's like they haven't showered like in a week or two.
Oh shit.
And that's the norm now in the hood. You see that a lot. You see vatos all G'd up, but they're all dirty. They're fucking dirty because
they're all spun out.
They're all spun out, fool. And that meth is destroying us, but I don't think anybody's talking about it, dude. That's just a killer.
And it's everybody. It's Mexicans. It's blacks.
Yeah.
Blacks.
It's an equal opportunity destroyer, dude. Meth is destroying our neighborhoods.
Blacks wouldn't do it before. Now they're on it.
Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. And that's why I just push that, dude. If you're gonna be a gang member, at least don't do meth, homie. Because once you do so much of that meth, it's over. It's over. Fool.
It's over. You stay up.
Yeah,
you're gonna stay up. You're not gonna come back.
You don't see anymore where the homies would have the nice cars, have this.
Oh yeah.
Fool. It's sad. Right here, I'll take you on a tour, fool. I got tents everywhere, homie. If you want some spot, I got your spot, homie, for free. Another trip. Right there at the tent, homie.
Sad. That's sad.
Yeah, it's dude. It's become
this is
normal.
Hollywood. That's supposed to be this.
No, this is North Hollywood, homie. Get that shit right.
Home of the stars.
Aki story way. Come on, homie.
Crazy, dog.
Oh shit. So, Dubs, what is? He wanted to show their sexy picture. Look at that fucking guy.
Nah,
so,
what happened?
What is? You got some major experience, homie. You were not some guy who may have got life, who beat. No, you're a lifer, homie. You're a lifer. You got out of prison, luckily. What do you think you could have said? Maybe you couldn't have said shit to the younger you. And what could you say to some younger homies out there thinking about joining a gang, doing all that?
The younger me wouldn't listen. I'm telling you, the younger me got people, family members that had gotten life. Like, people tried, man. I was so angry. I was so hurt. I was so insecure that I needed to do what I needed to do. And it was the only way I was going to change. You know what I mean? That's the honest truth. I think there's a very small percentage of people that are like that, luckily.
Yeah.
Right? And I was blessed that I didn't die along the way. I mean, you know, I could have. I was shot at on the street, shot out in prison multiple times. So, but honestly, there's nothing I could have said to my younger self that would have changed anything, man. But like I said, I think that's probably like 1% of people that are like that are that mentally damaged from their childhood that they have to go through shit like that.
I see it like this, man. Like I was talking to my homeboy's younger son, and he joined the hood, but he's now working, doing his thing. And I told him, listen, fool, you're making money. Your dad's a business owner, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing running the streets? This is what I'd like to say. We all fought, and it was a war. We all fought, so you guys wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Everybody knows where Santa Bruta's at. All right, this is Santa Bruta. Everybody knows where Northside Bowling's at. Everybody knows where North Hollywood's at. We all have fought and pretty much have our own little neighborhoods established. What the fuck is the point to keep, listen, in the scale and the levels of life in America? Am I wrong for saying that gangbang is some low-level shit?
No.
It's low level.
Some people will feel offended by that, but you know, you gotta ruffle some feathers to get people to look at themselves. Exactly. You know what I mean? Even if it's, you know, they want to have their feathers ruffled, you know, at the moment, but hopefully when they can step back, they'll say, you know what, the homie's right.
Yeah. Because that's why I was having this conversation last weekend with a couple of homies. One did about 14 years with his son, and I was like, and his son is not a gang member. We're having a good conversation. He's like 20 something. And hey, this and that, like, yeah, it's a gangbang is low level shit. I mean, if you break down the straight shit, gangbang is at the very gutter, fool. Because the rest of America working, making money. I could understand if every gangbang was out there dealing drugs and making all this cash. I was like, all right, well, they are a criminal organization, but they're at a different level. But we have stayed at that low level for the last 60 fucking years. It's like, when do we as Raza eventually fucking pick that shit up?
Well, not only look at White Fence. You got some barrios that are 100 years old, over 100 years old.
For
like,
sure.
when is it gonna end? And like I said in a video one time, look at who a lot of barrios are enemies over a hyena. We don't even know if she was fine or not. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Will that make a little bit of a difference if she was fine?
That is true. Hopefully,
a little bit.
At least.
Yeah, man. That's true. Imagine if you got a mustache and we're like, all these deaths for that.
Yeah. And that's what the majority of the deaths are. It's over a fucking high note. It's over the most pettiest thing. I can guarantee you that most guys that are probably 30 and under, and even some guys 40 and under, they have no clue why they're fighting, who they're fighting.
Yeah, that's true.
On the blocks.
They don't know.
They
A lot of them don't. Or they don't even know the history of their hood.
They don't know the history of their hood, homie.
Hey, there's some vatos that don't know their barrio was actually a clique of their worst enemies.
Exactly. And that happens a lot. That happens a lot. I've heard of that a lot. And I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, the reason is this, man. Like I said, gangbanging is some low-level shit, and we are not good CEOs because I'm sure every single one of you guys here and people listening, we've been approached or we see some guys, they're from a certain neighborhood and, hey, let's get these fools in. Oh, yeah, but they want to keep the street name. Nah, fuck, no, they're going to be from this clique.
Exactly.
And then, boom, you lose the whole crew, and then they become your fucking rival.
Yeah.
Where if you were a business owner with sense,
be like,
hey, I want to
expand.
franchise my business.
Exactly.
I want you guys to come in. Okay, we're going to keep the street. No problem. You can keep the street. You're claiming our shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I say this not to try to help gangs grow, because the bigger the gangs grow, the less war there is between the other ones. But the problem is that we need to get off that low-level thinking. We need to start. You know what I would love?
Expand our minds.
We're so low-level thinking that we're sitting here killing each other. One, you got one person like Dubs, you're going to prison. You're out of the equation. Two, you got the victim. He's dead. He's out of the equation. What, you good? Oh, go ahead. Hit it on me, homeboy. He needs to use the head. Get your money, player.
Yeah.
You get that person out of the equation. And we continue to do this. I would love to see, imagine on a block, fool. Imagine you and your enemies in 30, 40 years. They won't be enemies as much like that anymore. And instead of fucking, oh, look, I hit this placazo. Nah, hey, look at this fool, man. This guy owns a exterminator company. Hey, look at this guy. He's a construction guy. Hey, look at this guy. He's an attorney. And they're literally buying their blocks up little by little. But I'll tell you straight up, we've lost territory. And now we ain't lost territory to another gang, homie. We've lost territory to the gentrified people.
Mm-hmm.
The developers. And that's every single neighborhood has lost territory to the developers. Meanwhile, we continue to fucking fight over nothing, fool. And to me, it's up to us, because I say guys my age, your age, maybe a little older, because we helped make this problem. Yeah, we were also told to do this, but we helped make this problem. You're doing your part. I believe I'm doing my part. I believe Beaver's doing his part. But there's other guys out there that, and this, I don't like it, but it's like there's some guys out there who are very embarrassed of their gang history. And there's a couple of my homies like that, right? But to me, it's like, motherfucker, I used to look up to you. I'm the way I am because I really thought you were what I wanted to become. And a lot of the guys are not. And I think it's fucked up for those guys who they sell us a bill of goods and it was all fake. It was all false.
And keeping it real, look, not only did they sell us a bill of sales, right?
Yeah.
A bill of goods, but our generation was the worst gangbanging generation in the history of gangbanging. Like we went with it it was crazy what we did. You know what I mean? But that actually should have made everybody else be like, I'm good. And it's fucked up that, even though it's not on the scale it was before, the outcome is still going to be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're still going to get broke off. You're still, if you choose this lifestyle, going to force your mom to do time with you, your lady to do time with you. You know what I mean? Your kids to grow up without you. There is no success story.
Yeah.
Ever has been in crime, period.
Yeah. And what you say, listen, the numbers are not the same, right? At
Mhm.
all. And it's fine. But to them youngsters right now, there's every neighborhood right now, there's a few youngsters kicking it in apartment, house, in the block, wherever. In their world, it's the same as ours,
Mm-hmm.
as was in the 90s. Because in their heads, they're at war, they're looking around, they're looking around for the enemigos, a couple of their homies are catching bodies, or vice versa. In their head, it's still there. And it's sad because nowadays, like you were saying earlier, with so much social media, with so much this, back in the days, talking to Savato from Santa Bruta online, that place is way the fuck over there. Talking to Savato from Northside Bowling, that's way over there. You know what I mean? It wouldn't happen.
And I'm sure you guys had this in my neighborhood. We had where the homies knew payphone numbers. Like if you're jammed up somewhere, call the payphone in the neighborhood. Somebody will pick it up, and you can get the homies to back you up like that. You know what I mean? We didn't just call. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it wasn't like that.
Yeah,
Hope somebody walks by that payphone.
Yeah, or we would be posted by the payphone and ring ring. Here you go. Either the girls will call, or the homies will call, or the parties will. Yeah, that was our lifeline. And then eventually the beepers kind of came in. But yeah, we didn't have this. But the bad part about social media is that it's so easy to catch these guys right now, dude. As far as being a gang member, being a drug dealer, because social media is addicting. And social media to these young guys, they get that clout that we used to get on the street, busting on fools or beating fools up. And these guys are doing it with the camera. And they don't understand, like, hey, fool, you're going to jail, homie. And I think, and you're the perfect guy to ask, I think a lot of these young guys, they say, I don't give a fuck. They say, I don't give a shit. And most of the guys have never done any time, have never done any time. And then you go from, I don't give a fuck to, hey, homie, you got 45 to life. That's got to be a hard pill to swallow. And I'm sure, did you run into any guys in there that are like, fuck, dude, I fucked up?
I met a dude. He was from, I don't want to say his name. He was from Lake Elsinore.
Okay.
Pretty big dude, right? And he was having an honest conversation on the art. And he said he was talking to another homie that didn't have life. And this is when we were very first starting our time. And he was telling that dude, because the other dude was going to go home soon. And he was telling him, you don't want to catch an L, homie. He goes, you don't know what it does to you. And, you know, I was like, I wasn't, you know, white baby knucklehead. So I'm like, this is fucking fool stupid right now. But he was being honest. And he told the bottle, he goes, look, when I got my life sentence, I went from the courtroom back to my cell, and I woke up the next morning and I was paralyzed.
What the fuck?
I couldn't wake up. He couldn't move. I mean, no, he couldn't move, not wake up. He could not move, nothing. They rushed him in the emergency room and they asked, did something traumatic happen in your life? He goes, I got a life sentence yesterday. He had a physical reaction to where that was, I've never heard of anybody else that hit, but hey, it could be a heart attack. It could be paralysis. Who knows what? You know what I mean? That's crazy shit. That Al is a motherfucker.
I bet, dude. And I still talk to a couple of homies doing life. And yeah, like you were saying, I haven't met one motherfucker that's, I don't give a, I'm going to stay here. Everybody's in jail wants to get out, homie.
Everybody.
And another thing, when did you parole? What time? What year?
2017.
Okay, 17. Oh, so you saw the transformation. I tell people this, man. When I was going out of YA, it wasn't too bad. To me, it was a little vacation. I'm lifting some weights. I got a TV. Back then, the staff weren't really around. You could score dope all day long. You get the cloud. It was very easy. It was very easy to cloud in YA. So I used to be high as fuck every day in YA, right? And then as I kept going back, I was like, damn, dude. Oh, they got him. The dog got him.
That dog and cat are fighting right now. Hey, you guys. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Hey, Dub V level 4 cat and dog fight. Hey, Dub. Get down, fool, get down, take a knee, fool.
Look, they took my Haina's fucking hair curler down. That's what I was like, what the fuck, eh? She's gonna blame me. But anyways, go ahead.
I forgot where the fuck I was at. I was talking about the dogs and cats.
Yeah, we're old. They don't matter. What I was gonna say something too that we're old, eh? And then I had a beer, so that doesn't help. Shit, I forgot. Where's Beef? It's his fault. We're gonna blame him.
So when people ask about Tone was supposed to kick in. Latin Kings, King Tone was supposed to tap in on this one also. He had a personal thing going on, so we will get him back on just to let people know. So don't even trip on that. So let's go back to. I was gonna ask you something, dude. I had a good one for you, dude. I finally got you talking, Dubs. I finally got you talking.
I'm about to get out in a second though.
Oh, no problem. I got young Beeves coming back, homeboy. As soon as I think young Beeves dropping a deuce, homeboy, because he said he's gonna take a leak, but it's taking like 2 hours, homeboy.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna only be on 20 minutes. It's been an hour, so I know I got to get off real soon. But
Hey, but okay, listen, homie. It's been a great conversation. As soon as Bees come back, I'll let you get off. It's been a
yeah,
great. I want to thank you, and I want to invite you back just to have these conversations because
yeah.
you have some great insight, Dubs. You have some great insight, and
Oh,
hopefully, go ahead.
no, I said we all do. And you know how they do that thing where um I've seen it on the news where they do that experiment where they have a fake crime happen and they have
Yeah.
12 people there and they all tell a different story.
Yeah.
Live the same type of life, but we have different angles on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody has the exact same experience,
But
but the end is the same.
yeah, that's why I had the title on the first three different gangs, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You go. It's what it is. This is what it is. It's 5 doors with one shoot down. It's all the same, and it don't matter what hood you're from.
Yeah.
You're still gonna go down that shit. You're still gonna fall off the cliff. And I've said this before. I went down that cliff. I'm climbing out of that cliff, fool. I'm opening the door. And I'm telling this youngster, and I'm all fucking beat up. Don't go down that door, fool.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell you, fool, do not go down that door. And I'm fucking beat the fuck up. And this youngster still looks at me like a stupid old man. Este güey que sabe. That's why I say, listen, at the end of the day, our lives will go on and we will try to progress in life.
Mm-hmm.
If you as a youngster want to sit there and just think I'm a stupid old man, get your money, homie.
Yeah.
Sorry about your luck, but never in your life say that you were not warned. You're being warned by a guy who just got out of doing life in prison. You're being warned by a guy who just took a shit in my bathroom. And you're being...
And you're going to give him no camera time now.
Yeah.
let's oh shit. Let's get Beebs right here real quick because
All right.
Dubs gotta go. Hey Dubs, hey man, I appreciate
you,
your
thank you.
insight, homie. One
All
love,
right,
Dubs.
Hey, you guys have a good night, all right?
Thank you,
Yeah.
brother.
All right, I'm late.
Oh shit. That was good, homie.
Yeah.
That was
no,
good.
it's crazy because nobody tells you. Nobody tells you at the end.
No.
I feel like us as Raza, we grew up gonna be a fucking pot of gold.
Oh, God, what was that? What was that movie with the bull? It was a cartoon, dude.
Oh, that Matador one.
No.
John Cena's the fucking-
Yeah. What was the name of that damn movie, dude? I'll give you a sticker if anybody tells me what the name of that movie was. It was yeah, John Cena was the bull. And all the bulls were at the bullpen and they're all getting ready, practicing to fight. And when they all start, Fernando or something. Something like that. Something like that. And all the bulls think there's glory, they're gonna go this and that. And finally he goes into the house and sees all their heads chopped off after they go to hit the glory. That's what happens to us, fool. We think we're gonna do it for the hood. You're gonna go, yeah, you're gonna go to the pinta carnal, and this is gonna and that's not it, fool. Oh, that's what I want to hit up, Dubs. You're a perfect example too. Like I said, I used to go out of jail. I at the time it was the '90s. I didn't have a problem because hey, fool, you had weights, you got cigarettes, you had really it wasn't that bad. Hey,
That was the norm. I think except that bro. Like I was just telling recently that
huh?
most people.
Is that on?
Is it on?
No, put the green. Yeah, you should hear
Okay,
man.
yeah. So you know, like I was telling my lady just recently, most razas, like let's take other cultures, like white, especially whites, you know, they brag about like my cousin just got out of Harvard. You know, he did 7 years. You know, raza, we brag about our homie. He just got out of the Bay, or
Right.
my homie just got out of High Desert. You know, or my homie's plugged. You know, and it's I can't say it's sad because
Back. You're back, bitches.
okay,
ahead, Owen.
bringing sexy back. Yeah, but I can't say that it's sad because you know what, I was like that, you know, and everybody gets into the game for a reason, and my reason for getting into the game and still being in the game actively is to make a difference.
That's right.
To make a difference. Why? Because even though I was out there or in there pushing dope or doing whatever I was, any meaning, miny, mo, let's say. I did it for a good reason. You know, I did it so I can give the next man some shoes. I did it so I can get this man some change outs. You know, even though I looked at it like, even though there's a black purpose, I looked at it like there is this black soul, let's just say, you know, or
Right.
like the black sheep, let's say. I always looked at it like the prodigal son. You know, like the son was here, but once the prodigal son came back, there was a party. That's why I don't give up on the game, and I don't give up on us as homies,
the
because
homies,
I will never give up on us, dog. And that's why to this day I still dress like a homie. I still affiliate myself with certain things of it. Why? Because I know that maybe one day this person might need a phone call or might need a ride, or hey homie, you know what, you were right, like you said, you were right, or hey, you know what, thanks for those 20 minutes of talking, you know, because you never know, like I was telling my lady just recently, I used to be so ashamed about what happened to me in YA because of what I went through and how I wound up. But once I started talking more about it, I was like, you know, there's nothing to be ashamed about. You know, I went through these trials and tribulations for a reason, you know, and I continue to go through them through work. You know, you might do something good that gets misinterpreted and goes bad, backfires in your face, but it happens. And you know what? At the end of the day, you have to stand by who you are. You know what? And like I said, most people don't have that integrity. Most people, they lose sight of what's really important. And like I said, I love to listen to different things. And one of my favorite things I listen to at work, like instead of listening to like Tupac and all this crazy shit, I love listening to philosophy, like different theories. I love listening to like,
so you listen to American Cholo.
yeah, somewhat too. But I was listening to this podcast, right? And they were talking about all the great philosophers, right? And they were talking about this one little thing, right? Where they said that Napoleon Bonaparte, which is in hands down one of the greatest strategists and army people that ever existed, right? His biggest downfall was his ego, his pride. And I start, you know what I started tripping on was he got comfortable because he said, "Hey, I took Germany, I took Spain, I took, you know, he conquered all these countries." And you know what fucked him up is that he never changed his strategy. And you know what? I feel like us as Raza, we do that. We find a niche that fucking wins. You know, hey, we got over on this guy with this. We sold him an 8 ball for $200. I'm gonna keep doing it. I can do it. I can get over on this man. Hey, I can do tax fraud. I can fucking burn the EDD. But what happens when you get caught? And that's what we fuck up, dog. We fuck up because we don't go to plan B. We keep using what works. And you know what's gonna happen is that the man, good old fucking Uncle Sam, he's gonna be like, hey, you know what? Jose Valenzuela, he hasn't paid his taxes in 6 years. Let's tax that ass. That's where we need to wake up. We need to wake up and see, hey, you know what? This fucking arsenal has not been working for 13 years. Maybe let's try something else. You know?
That's a great analogy to put it on.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, homie, all right. Maybe 20 years ago, no,
it was the shit.
And 20, 30 years
was
ago,
it.
it wasn't low level shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now
wasn't.
it's different.
It's low level, homie. We need to step our fucking game up. We need to step our game up where we're really making money. We're really owning the hood. We're really getting our paper. Because right now, we're not fool. We're deep as fuck.
Yeah.
But we're still low bottom
Yeah.
because you're like that. What exactly
It's our mentalities. But you know what it is? Is because no one ever broke it down to somebody. You know, and what's messed up is because
the hustle.
Exactly. We're always trying to make that dollar instead of making that you know, that dime. You know, sometimes it's better to make 10 dimes than $1. Why? Because 10 you have more to show. $1 is only one.
Well, also,
you know?
also what it is, I believe too, is we don't look ahead far enough. We don't look at the long
we don't
investment.
look
right?
at half raza. A lot of Latinos, whatever you want to tag yourself to, nobody got fucking life insurance. Like, do you really want to be another fucking sweater? Do you really want your homies to sell fucking tacos just so you could get buried?
That's what they do.
Like, what the fuck is that's what I always tell homies. Even at my company right now where I work at, there's a lot of like raza that works with me, and I tell them, hey, you know what? If you don't got life, get life insurance. Get life insurance, because you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna die, and your kids are gonna be scrumming for fucking $20, $50, $100. I got 2 life insurance policies.
They give you life. They give you life insurance.
You gotta get it, though.
They told me
you go through Aflac.
I got rejected twice for life insurance.
Why? Because you're drinking, or what do you do?
No,
But
they said
you
drinking
could find
history, all kind of shit. Dude. They straight said, Charlie.
Hey, you could bamboozle it.
They said I'm a mental nutcase.
This is America, dog.
This is
You
America.
could do it. America, you could do it, dog.
Yeah, dude. After so many years, we're still doing the same shit. We're still fighting for the fucking block.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't even live in the block anymore.
No, but straight up, I lived on the street from the block, but it's still like, come on, homie.
Yeah.
I'm living on the block. I'm not fighting out there, but I'm living comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's what we all can do.
Yeah.
We all can step that game up, but it's unfortunate. And it is. It's us as Raza just.
we're just too close-minded. I feel, and you know
Very.
what? That's our downfall. And you know what? No matter, like I always tell people, whether you're in that cell, whether you're behind a car with a gun, gonna go put in work, or if you're at work, trying to do what you do, eventually, what's gonna happen is if you don't get out of this close frame, you're eventually gonna tumble. That's what's gonna happen.
I think we need to, like I said, look at the road
bigger
ahead,
picture,
homie.
the
Look,
big
yeah,
picture.
the bigger
Look at the
picture.
big picture.
Look
though.
at the road ahead, dude. You're not gonna get into a job and just be the jefe off the bank. You're
No,
not.
you're not.
You're not gonna get into the job and be able to buy the Jordans the next week.
Yeah, you're not.
You have. It's like the
You have
hood.
to strive.
That's why I try to tell people. Okay, when you first got into hood, you weren't Big Beaver. You were
Weren't.
you were a runt.
Just another fucking nobody.
You were a runt. You got
Yeah.
homies bullying you. You
Yeah.
got, and that's another people think
True.
you get into the hood. Nobody's gonna bully you. No.
Fuck no. You're gonna get checked.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna get over drunk. You're gonna get, and that happens to everybody. And you learn, like, man, why was I that drunk? But at the end of the day, you have to know you're human. Like, that's one thing I always used to beat myself up over. Like, damn, I was too faded or I was this. But then you know what I thought of? Like, why am I gonna be ashamed of something when in reality, you know what? I'm human, dog.
Yeah, we're all human.
If fucking Bill Clinton could get his dick sucked by Monica Lewinsky,
Allegedly.
he's
Oh, no, he did.
human. He's human. Why can't I get faded? Like, and you know what? And that's why I don't hide it. Because one thing I learned when I was in prison, all publicity is good publicity. Doesn't matter what. It's true.
Most.
No,
Most.
it's true. Look, it's fucking 6ix9ine. This motherfucker was dropping dimes, doing whatever. Motherfucker, he's living. Motherfucker's living. But he has no moral.
That's a great segment. 6ix9ine, right? In today's world, fool,
it's more accepted.
Everybody's snitching, fool.
But you know why though, right? Because you have to understand, like in our generation, like that was a big no. You couldn't do it. There was no way, no how. And now even more nowadays, whatever side of the game you're on, it's more okay. They'll be like, I'll snitch on that fool, and it's not bad because that's my enemy.
Yeah,
but you know why they bring that up, right? Because in the art of war,
right,
they say that it's okay to snitch on your enemy as long as it's a war tactic to take down your enemy. But in reality, this is why I always tell people, I'll be like, hey, you know what? So-and-so is dropping dime on Peter pay Paul. But what happens when Peter can't pay Paul and Paul wants to get paid? They're like, what the fuck's that mean? I'll be like, what it means is that somebody got to take the hit. And when somebody wants to take a hit, nobody wants to get a hit. Nobody wants to take the hit. And what happens? 150 motherfuckers go down. Then the fucking phones get tapped. Then next thing, and this is why I always tell people, like, I do a lot of podcasts, dog, and I talk a lot of crazy shit. But you have to understand, I'm a criminal. I've been a criminal for the last, let's say, 30 years. So I'm always gonna switch or interpret things a different way. Why? Because I know that on that side of the camera, there might be a guy that's just taking notes. Oh yeah, he said this. At 6 o'clock, he had this.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna take some phone calls right now. Go hit the phone call thing, Chris, and I'm gonna hook you up right now. I'm gonna show you one more time. Hold on, let me get the numbers on here. And, we're gonna take some phone calls right now, guys. You can call 976 Beaver, 976 Beaver. It actually works out good. 976 Beaver, fool.
Yeah. I'm telling you, hey, when I was young, they used to make fun of me because of that shit. They'd be like, because they're like, Beaver means like a girl's, you know what? I was like, there's some bullshit.
Oh, this is off. No.
So everybody, make sure you tune in, call in, taking all questions. Please, no dick pictures, por favor. Yeah, it's a whole nother world, though. But you know what? I give, como they say in Spanish, no le eches leña a la fire. I do it, though. Whatever messages people send me, I always answer, though. You know why? Because I feel like even if you're a JCat dog, I'm gonna acknowledge you. I'm not even tripping. Hey, I'll give you your 5 minutes of glory.
Let's get that. Let's get that phone, and I got somebody I'm tapping in with over here. Is my Bluetooth out or not? Is my Bluetooth on over there?
Are you good, babe? No crees agua? Are you going?
Yeah, I'm connecting right now. Go ahead and hit that Bluetooth button. We're taking phone calls, 818-538-9330. You can get Young Beeves.
Live and direct.
You see the Bluetooth button? Press it. It says you're paired now. Connected to audio. There you go, player. So this phone call should be going through. Oh, let me try one more time. Oh, but do you have the green on so I can hear it? Yep. Turn it off. All right, here we go. One more time. There you go. I can hear it now. We're calling the president, homeboy.
President Obama on the Obama phone.
What's up, Gil?
Mr. Incredible Javier, what's going on, player?
Big Javi.
What's up, G? Just chilling. How you guys doing?
Right here.
We're here talking, gang stuff and
Pandilleros.
yeah, the cosas de pandilleros, way.
Pandilleros. Mis hijos no
Yeah,
son
yeah.
cholos.
I've been on the live and enjoying it. You know, there's a few things you guys said that really tripped me out, and it's true. One of them is the fact that you, I, I'll take it the story, right? So there was this cat I knew, kind of like family. He's like family to you, kind of like a Theo, right?
Yeah.
I knew the whole family and shit, and he ended up getting busted for manslaughter. Did about a little bit over a decade in the joint. He gets out, he keeps going back, right? Recently, I went to his daughter's wedding, and her stepdad did the father daughter dance instead of her dad, and I said, "Damn, man, it's fucked up because he got major respect in his neighborhood, right?
Nothing in his
Like,
family.
and there's homies outside of his neighborhood that respect him, but yeah, his family doesn't respect him. This is the kind of cat that could go anywhere. He could go anywhere.
Right.
He could go. Hey, there's lots of freedom anywhere he goes, right? Except home.
Except home. Oh, that
it always
deep,
happens like
homie.
that because you put your priorities in the wrong side. Dog. That's what happens.
We're always talking about family, raza, but it's supposed to be family first, homie.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when we're caught up in that lifestyle, we forget about our family, bro. We really do.
Obviously.
Man.
Especially if you're on drugs, you start stealing from your family.
Yeah, you start stealing.
Like, what the fuck?
Hey, Big Javi, let me get some of these calls. I just wanted to hit you. That's a great story, by the way, brother.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, Big Javi.
Oh no, you much love to both of you. Much love, B.
Shout out to
much love, Gil.
Thanks,
Talk
brother.
to you guys later.
All right. Put it on the red. That way they don't hear this. Oh, you got this, huh, buddy? Big Art. Big Art, where are you calling from? What you want to say? Go ahead.
I'm calling from fucking Santana, homie. How you guys doing? Big Gil, fucking B's.
Much love to
Yeah,
Orange County.
I think you guys are doing. That's right. I think you guys are doing a great service to the Raza, to all the homies, all the young homies.
Thank you, homie.
Especially about what you guys said about the meth, man. That shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like a lot of young minds destroyed, just fucking destroyed, I mean, the hood will fuck us up, but at the same time, that fucking meth is just fucking destructive in all ways, bro.
It's really the devil, homeboy. I'm not all that, but it's really the devil's
it
drug.
Sure is.
It's killing the morality.
Yeah, everything.
At least there was some kind of morality, but morality's gone, fool. Everybody's just on meth.
Yeah.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, that you just said it. Like the morality is gone, bro. These fucking people that are fucking losing their minds, they don't even know they're losing their minds.
And they're young. Me and my lady, we just seen some guy that was like 20 years old. Babe, was he like 20? No, babe, that little kid.
We got him. Yeah, we got him all over the place. And the thing is, it's taking over every hood.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm trying to. And that's why I made that little analogy about being a gangster. The first thing is, don't do drugs, homie. I'm not trying to tell people to be, but to me, if you're doing meth, your gangster days are over, homie.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a tweaker eventually.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It eventually overpowers you.
Yeah, and it ain't talking shit about people. This is the harsh reality. That's what we're trying to bring to homies, to youngsters. The harsh reality, because some people will take it the wrong way and get offended. But it's not about offending you. It's about telling you the truth, man.
Straight truth, bro. Hey, both of you guys are doing an outstanding motherfucking job.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Respect.
All right, my man. Thank
you guys have a buenas noches.
Buenas noches, carnal.
Thank
Orange
you.
County in the house,
homeboy. That's right.
Yeah, much love, Santana.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Now, was that on purpose?
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, hey, but Orange County's cool. I one thing that's crazy is I was just busted in Orange County, right?
That's right.
And I thought it was gonna be all bad because I'm from LA and all that, but they embraced me with open arms, dog. Open arms. Fool.
Listen, that's the thing, dude. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. We have a phone call coming in. Got
call from
Jesse.
What's up, Big Jesse? Where are you calling from? What you want to say?
I'm up. I live up north now, but I'm from Baldwin Park, homie.
Let's crack it, Big Jesse. Much love. Bowling love.
Yeah, boy. And you know what, Beaver? I'm calling for you, doggy. We're probably back then. I'm a little older than you. I'm 40 years old, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm from Eastside Bowling, homie.
Mucho gusto, dog.
And it's crazy that because we're both from bowling. We know what
Yeah,
we've done. Our
exactly.
gangs done to each other, man.
Exactly.
It's some horrible shit we've done.
Exactly.
But I see how you are, brother, and I'm always cheering for you, bro. Every
Thank
time I
you.
see you know what I mean, like how you're like doing comedy and all that. Like I'm always cheering for you. I'm like man, like it makes me proud, homie. Like you're because you're from Long Park, and me.
I'm sorry.
And
Let me tap in real
and I
quick.
can't believe that we used to fucking
Caller, let me tap in
what's
real
up?
quick. I want to let people know that
Yeah.
don't know East Side Bowling, North Side Bowling do not get
Yeah,
along.
we're like worst enemies.
Yeah, so just let people know, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm a real one, bro. I used to be like, I'm big triste, bro. I'm 40 years old, man.
I heard of
And
who you are.
I was camp everything. You know what I mean? I have ESBP locals in my hype bras, bro.
Yeah.
You
You're
know,
one of those guys, huh?
yeah, man. I have bowling everywhere, dog. It's all tatted on me. You know what I mean? And but like I was saying, and I can't believe, bro, that like before we would have done something to each other
Yeah.
because we didn't know nothing, we didn't know any better. We
Yeah.
would have hurt each other.
Exactly.
And I really like you, brother. I really like.
Yeah,
I don't know
thank
you
you.
personally, but
Thank
I
you.
see you in all these talk shows and everything, and I mean in these podcasts, and you're a fucking female homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's horrible how we would have done to each other before.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And I'm calling to to let other people know like Cricket, like I see you in Cricket's podcast, like
Yeah.
he's my enemy too,
Exactly.
from
Yeah.
Monte College,
It would have
we
been
didn't get
all
along
bad.
for shit,
Yeah. It would have been.
and yeah, I mean, and I like that little homie
He's
too,
cool
man. He's
people.
like,
I think as you get older, you see a person. Martin Luther King used to say, "Judge people on their character." I feel now when you get older, you see people and you're like, hey, you know what? I don't like this vato because he's fucking Martin Gutierrez, not because he's from East Side or North Side. And I'm proud of you, dog. I'm proud that you know what. For one, you still trace back to your roots. Two, and I'm proud that you're rooting for me, dog. Because at the end of the day, if I come up, you come up. You know what? Because we're from the same city, dog. We are.
yeah, Simon.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you guys if it's all right. I don't know if I'm taking
Get your
too much
money.
time.
No, get your money,
But
homie. That's great.
that's where I was. I changed my life around, bro.
That's good.
And I
Congratulations,
started
dog.
like
Congratulations.
in years. I know I did the whole thing. Why I mean, fucking going to juvenile hall, fucking Los Padrinos and all that shit.
Yeah.
Fillmore. And then I went to camp. I went to Camp Smith. I went to Camp Holton. And
Challenger.
the last one, and I had my little son. I had a son, and I had a son really young. I was 14 years old when he was born.
Damn.
I was really young, and so I went to camp again. And when I got out, I was like, I'm gonna try to do better now. And I got my own little spot, my own little apartment right there in Ballin Park. And I was working construction with my stepdad. And slowly by slowly, first I just let out my really close homeboys know that I got out. And before you knew it, a couple of other homeboys were coming over my path. And more. Before I knew it, I already had a bunch of my homeboys kicking back with me again right there. And it was one Saturday, man. It was one Saturday. I got up and we got up, and my homeboys came over and everything. And we walked to the corner liquor store. And some shit almost happened. We almost got, blasted. We almost got shot. Things happen, boom, boom, whatever. I'm not going to say no names of gangs or anything.
Yeah.
So, bam, I was like, fuck, that's. And I was like, man, I'm going back to being who I was again, And I already had a son and a daughter, and I was like, I can't let this happen. But I let it, I didn't think about it, and I kept on, fuck it, kicked him back with the homeboys. And then later on that night, we were gonna go somewhere, and when I was gonna go with my homeboys, and then the cops pulled over. They pulled us over, and I had, I was in probation, everything, bad, whatever. And what they're gonna say, and then
Hey, brother, I don't mean to cut you off. If you can wrap it up right now, we're like a radio talk show. I got other phone calls coming in. I don't want to disrespect you and cut you off because I really like your story.
And whatever, man. And I changed my life. I got my shit together, and I was like, you know what? I'm moving out of here. So I moved up north, man. I still live up north.
Congratulations,
I moved all the way to Humboldt County.
I'm proud of you, dog.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hey,
Go
homie.
out there, keep striving.
That's right.
Do for your family, dog. At the end of the day,
Good
do
shit,
for
homie.
your family what you used to do for bowling, dog. That's what I do.
Man,
That's why I always tell people, like, what I used to do for my hood, I do for my people
That's
now.
right,
And my
homie.
people is my friends, my girl, Gail, like the people that I call friends. whether we see eye to eye or I don't agree with certain things, at the end of the day, who do you call friends? Who do you call family? And I'm proud of you, dog.
Hey,
Keep
brother.
striving,
Hey,
dog. Keep
thank you for the phone call, my man. Appreciate
yeah.
you.
Thank you, hey Gil. Thank you, man, and
Órale.
you're doing a great job, Gil.
Have a good
Hey,
one.
thank you, Beaver, man.
Buenas noches,
And
big dog.
I hope everything's going good for you, Beaver. Que viva Bull and Parque, bro.
Órale, ahí estamos.
Thank you, brother.
Big pilos, dude.
All right, we got another call coming in. Let's spread it out. Let's see, we got Rosadito. What's going on, my man? What you want to talk about? Hello, hello. No, I don't know.
That's
Rosarito, homie, they were calling.
Welcome for Rosarito.
That
It's probably one of my homies. I got a gang of homies
maybe.
in Rosarito. Shout out to all my homies in
That
Rosarito.
phone call was absolutely great from your ex enemy, right?
Yeah.
You know why? Because that's what we need to show the youth, homeboy.
Yeah.
That vato was from your enemies. You guys are blood enemies.
Worst
homie.
enemies.
Yeah,
We're the worst enemies.
right?
Yeah.
In other words, back in the days, fuck that vato. He'll say,
All
fuck
day long.
you. And now that you're older and know the truth, you're like, nah, dude.
He's cheering for me.
Yeah, homie.
He's on my team. That's
on-
cool.
yeah.
though.
Let me see what
But
that
not even my team, but it's just the underdog.
Hello, hello. Yeah, bye. Let's see. I don't hit those trolls, homie.
Oh, that's that guy. He calls a bunch of those
Yeah, don't even
podcasts.
say,
He
don't even
does-
say his name. Don't even say his name, homie. Don't even
Yeah.
say his name. That's
I'm
the
not.
best way to do it. But no, that is, like I said, that is the best way to sit here and show the youth, because that guy hated you, or
Yeah,
allegedly
at one point.
allegedly
Yeah. Didn't even know why he hated me.
didn't know, but I know that if I got a gun, if I don't know if I got a gun and he's got a gun, we're gonna try to kill one another. homie.
It's gonna be gunplay.
And he's calling you now from bowling
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, dude, I love
Proud
what
of
you
you.
do." Yeah, I'm proud of you, homie. You're putting
Yeah.
you're putting the city in the,
The
map
city. In a
but
positive
in
way,
a
though.
positive way, homie.
Exactly.
That's straight up. Like, to me, all the dude, I had enemies. I hated them. Supposedly, I hate them. Now, like, nah, man. I got no animosity towards you.
Yeah.
The thing
That's
is,
how I am.
as a raza, we're all in the same struggle. We're all in the same struggle.
Exactly.
And I love what you were saying before. Before I think we got a couple phone calls. I think what it is a lot of times, and people still, some people will be like, "Hey, why do you?" There's some fools that will be like, "Why do you give a fuck?
Yeah.
Why do you care?" You know, I get that too, but to me, it's like, it's not that I never forgot where I came from, motherfucker. I never left.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
still
You're
here,
still here,
homie.
yeah.
I'm still here in my hood. And by choice. I'm not stuck down here. I can
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I love my city, homie.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and kill for my city, go to
Yeah.
prison for the rest, because that's not love. You're destroying your community,
Exactly.
homie.
Exactly. What positive changes are you making? you
Yeah,
know?
that's the difference. We are all influencers, from
Yeah.
a low-level street gangbanger
Doesn't
to a
matter.
level to a rich businessman. We are all influencers.
What are you bringing to the table?
What kind of influence are you to your hood?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we need to fucking be responsible. And we need to keep ourselves in check and say, "Hey, homie, nah, we're fucking up, dude.
Yeah.
We need to step this game up."
And we don't. But like I was telling you, I think it's our pride, and it's because, as kids we're told brown pride, brown this, and there's nothing wrong being brown and being proud,
right?
But you know what? Be brown, be proud, but go to school. Be brown, be proud, raise your kids. Be brown, be proud, pay your fucking child support. Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna switch 3 jobs because I'm not gonna pay my child support." Fuck that bitch. But really think about it. If you don't pay that child support, you ain't hurting the hyena. You're hurting your kids, dog.
Let's get him in here. We got Brandon from Denver. What's going on, player?
Hey, what's up, man? I just got a couple questions from you guys.
Yeah, shoot.
For you guys. Hey, so I want to know what you think about SPM, and because I want to tell my son about him and everything, but I'm kind of embarrassed about him and the charges and things. So I just wanted to know from 2 gangsters what they think about it, and if they think I should turn my son onto that.
I actually did a video on it. If you haven't seen it on SPM,
I haven't. I just seen you guys tonight.
Okay, so
I'll look it up.
Look up American Cholo SPM. I heard rumors for many years, right?
Yeah.
Many years I kept hearing I used to bump. I still bump him. I'm not gonna sit here and
Yeah.
bullshit. I still bump him. It comes on my Pandora. I'm not gonna turn it off.
Yeah.
Just like I won't turn off R. Kelly or Michael
Yeah.
Jackson or anybody else. I still bump them.
You respect them as an artist, but not as a person.
Yeah.
That's
So
what it
to
is.
me, is this the people that say free SPM? Go have him live at your house.
More power to you.
Go have him live at your house when he
Yeah.
gets paroled. The guy has many charges. At the end of the day, his charge was he ended up, how do you say this? Giving fellatio to a 9-year-old girl. That the best way to put
Yeah.
it? And he's been in there for
Yeah.
40 something years, and people sit there and keep telling me there's a video. This is what I hear all the time, right? There's a video of the girl recanting her story, and I tell everybody, show me the link to the video, and I will put it up,
Yeah.
and I will
Yeah.
apologize. That video is like Bigfoot.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist, homeboy. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
Exactly.
And he went to go pick up the girl at junior high, and she was 13. Like, come on. And he had a couple, like 9 other people go and testify. Listen, at the end of the day, the guy's been there for 45 fucking years. People just want to see what they see. A lot of times they don't want to see the truth. And the truth is the guy.
The truth hurts.
The truth hurts. Homie, the truth hurts. But I wouldn't have my kids go sleep at Michael Jackson's house if he was still alive. And I definitely wouldn't have him go to SPM's house. And obviously he's been doing that much time. He's been doing that much time for a reason, guys. But the thing is, the internet and the people. But the proof for him being guilty is there. Where is the proof that says
he's not?
The videos, the show? Okay, I'm glad you said it. Anybody who's got that link that shows the girl who he did it to, that sits there and recants her story, send it to me. I'll post it all day long. I'll post.
Yeah, that would be a big thing because that confuses me too about that. And I saw that story and I want to know too, because that would be a big thing for him if that little girl would come out and say something like that. But obviously she isn't because he's obviously guilty doing some big time like that. But that kind of answers my question, man. And just wanted to say what's up from Denver and just wanted to put something out there and let you guys know I appreciate your show, man. I'm going to get back to watching.
That's right, baby. Make sure you share it and let people know about us, man.
Thank you for tuning in.
For sure, I will. God bless, guys.
Have a good one.
Thank you. We're having a good night, man.
It's good.
This is
good,
right?
I just feel because it's natural, though. It's not like rehearsed, pre-scripted or nothing. It's better like that.
It's the real deal.
Life is like that. Life is you take the putazos as they come.
When it's the real deal, it's so much easier.
It's better, yeah.
It's so much easier when you try to play the part. But let's get back to see if people call. I've never heard of a snitch who never had a good reason for snitching.
I think people snitch. Honestly, my personal, like, I've never dropped a dime or even a nickel, even what it is. but you know what, motherfuckers, I feel they do it because, for one, it's in the music now, and then it's more in the pub, like fucking tabloids because of 6ix9ine and all that shit. But I feel like as it goes down, people start thinking, because let's say me, you, and Chris get busted for a hot one, and all we have to do is not say nothing, but we got to fight this case for 6 years in the county.
Yeah.
One of us eventually is going to be like, fuck, I don't want to be there for 6 years smelling dick and ass and feet. I'm going to be out. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you look at it, it's like, if you tap out for a good reason, more fucking power to you, dog. Tap out.
If you tap out.
Yeah. But if you don't, ask yourself why you didn't. And when you didn't, ask yourself where you're going and why you want to be there. That's what I always tell people. You want to do life, you want to be the big dog in prison. Why? What are you gonna do?
This is the thing. When I say I've never heard of a snitch who have a good reason, they to themselves.
Yeah.
They always have like 6ix9ine.
For my daughter.
Girl,
he doesn't need a pay child support.
No, that's the game though. Listen, if that happened, then you get a gun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go and do it, but this is what the game is. The game is this, homie. If let's say you and Chris now we go back in, right? We're boys, and after that, you fools kidnap me, try to get with my wife. You know what I'm gonna do? If I was in the game, I'm gonna get me a strap.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look for Chris. I'm gonna look for you. And the first person, I'm gonna put holes in you. That's the game.
Exactly.
But the thing is,
it's not like that no more.
It's not like that no more. And it's funny because when fools are at the top of the level, when they gangster, they want all that glory with the gangster, right?
Yeah.
They want that glory. I'm a gangster. But then when you snitch, all of a sudden they don't want that glory. No, you get both glories, homie.
Yeah.
If you that gangster motherfucker, you're gonna get that glory. No problem. You gangster. But the minute you snitch, you're a snitch, homie.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck what reason. If that's the case, then don't do it. And the reason I say this is to youngsters out there, everybody's snitching, homie.
Yeah.
That fool you're sitting right now smoking a joint, drinking a beer, talking about, we're gonna smoke this fool, we're gonna drop this global. There's a good fucking chance he's gonna snitch on you, homie.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna happen. That's just the reality. And motherfuckers don't care anymore. In other words, that gangster shit's over. So step your game up.
Yeah.
Let's hustle this shit, homie.
Let's do better for us.
Let's do better for
But
ourselves.
it's not gonna change until we, like I always tell people, change yourself.
Yeah.
Don't stop trying to change the fucking world. Change yourself. Change what's going on in your house. Change your relationship. It's hard. It's hard. Like, to me, it's hard. I struggle with a lot of things, but you know what? I feel like in the end, it's gonna be worth it. Because like I said, when I'm still a homie and everything, and when Hey, when I was in there, I was trying to be the best homie I could be, though. Not because I had to prove something, but because I knew there had to be that one example. I always wanted to be that guy that was clean, that was working out, that was willing to help, though. Because at the end of the day, one thing I learned from being in jail is that you could always step back and just check out the whole scene. And I used to be able to look back and be like, damn, this is what life comes down to. And I don't regret it, dog. You know why I don't regret it? Because people like you were saying, it's hard because like how you went this way at 20 and Dubs went that way. I don't regret going to jail because you know what? If I would have never went to jail for all those years that I did, I would have been strung out, dog. I would have been on dope. I probably would have been
Well, no,
dead,
but that's you not going to jail and still go down the bad route. I'm talking
Exactly.
about. I'm talking about not going to jail and actually starting. And Beaver would have started working back
I,
then.
I don't think I could have, though.
Well, yeah, because you were a little fucked up in the head at the time. And
I
I think YA had a lot to
exactly.
do with that.
I think I was, and I think that it could have made me a worse person. For I think if I wouldn't, because what people don't understand is people are like, oh, I hate my mom, I hate my dad, because they did so much harm to me.
Right.
Like if you hear my story, like my own people fucked me, fool. And for years I struggled with that because I used to be like, I hate homies, though.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
I
would
was
too.
like that.
Yeah,
fool. I
I
had
bet.
so much animosity towards these fools because how they treated me. But when I sat back, I remember I was in YA, dog, and there was a big ass riot in YA, and half of the Fili Raza didn't jump up, fool. And I looked at them and I was like, these fools don't know no better, dog. They don't know no fucking better. And that's why now, even when I go to prison, I tell people, like, I know certain people and they'll be like, oh, I hate this fool. I'll be like, really? How do you hate him?
Yeah.
What did he do to you? Hate is a big word, though.
Yep.
You have to like physically harm, emotionally, mentally harm a person to hate him. If you have that done by another race or another culture or another hood, then okay, you can hate that barrio. But if not, you know what's gonna happen? You are just poisoned, dog. You're just poisoned by me, by this. Because
Yeah.
you know what? There's always gonna be Uncle Sam's, dog. They're gonna be like, hey, you know what? You need to go to that war. You need to go do this. When in reality, we don't even know why we're over there fighting.
We
No,
have no clue, homie.
no fucking clue.
have
We don't
no
know
clue.
why we're dying. We don't know. And when in reality, it's a bunch of little vatos in the back cashing in on feria. And you know what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna get a fucking flag, fold it, and my family's gonna get it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
homie.
it.
If that.
If that.
carnal.
And really look at it. You get a flag or you get a fucking sweater. That's why I tell people, pick your roads wisely.
We're
Pick
gonna
them
hit one
wisely.
little topic real quick. What's changing? We're gonna talk a little bit about norteños right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With the norteños, I hear a lot of this. I hear a lot of you vatos don't know. We're up here fighting with sureños and they both
Yeah.
dissing each other. this and that.
It's harder.
Yeah,
It's more in depth.
But
yeah.
but really it's not. To me, it's not. You know why? We've been fighting just as long, but it's just a different name.
It's
North South, just a different name. But now the funny part is they're the same as us now.
Yeah.
Because now, homie, you're getting along with these guys.
Yeah.
You're in the same boat that we were, but you're just starting that trip.
Yeah.
But that will tell you that that's not your enemy.
Yeah.
How does somebody go from being your enemy not to be your enemy just
The way I can say that is perfect example. How many times have you not went to a drive-through and seen Carl's Jr. clicked up with Green Burrito? It's like that, dog. It happens.
It happens.
Facebook clicked up with Instagram, dog. It's the battle of what's gonna go and what's not, dog.
yeah, but you're just a pawn in the game. homie.
Exactly.
You're just a pawn in the game.
But this is what I tell people: realize your place and what are you gonna do with it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people say, "I'm gonna go to this and I'm gonna hit Mount Everest." There's very few people that are gonna be.
Yeah, but they
see
say
Mount
they
Everest.
say a lot. Oh, like a norteño say, oh, but a sureño killed my homie. Okay, well, you know what? I got fools right here on my block. I mean, on the block to kill my homie.
Yeah.
And we've all been killing each other for that long. So
Yeah.
it has zero to do with.
But you know why he feels like that? Because somebody, let's say Billy Bob over here, told Little Bill,
yes.
hey, you know what? This is
It's
what it
what
is.
we learned.
This is what it's embedded.
It's like being a racist. It's
Exactly.
little kids.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
can have a brown, white, and black little kid
Yeah.
raised in the same block. They will be best fucking friends. fool.
Exactly.
But if
Until they open their eyes to race.
No, yeah, but if you have another kid in that same
Yeah.
group, let's say you have an Asian, and that Asian father is racist, saying "fuck that black guy, fuck that white
That's
guy,"
gonna
that
happen.
little kid's gonna raise up to hate those other guys.
But you know what it is? It's ignorance. That's why I always tell people, you know what?
Yes.
Our worst enemy is ourselves,
Yes, sir.
ignorance, and not realizing what is. We lose hope. That's why I come to all these podcasts and I tell people, you know what I'm bringing my story, but I hope that when I leave hope, though. I leave hope that, you know what, I've been in the shoe, I've been with the shenanigans, and I always tell people, like, you want to know what kind of person that is, give them the two P's, though. Give them position and give them power, though. You give a person position and power, you will find out who he is. If he's a drug addict, if he's a pedophile, if he's a pervert,
if he's a bully.
if he's a bully. And you know what? What's gonna happen is he's gonna self-destruct.
Yes.
And that, because you know why? Because most people don't know how to function like corporate white America.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It is because you know what? McDonald's don't worry about Burger King. They don't give a fuck if Burger King makes a triple Whopper. You know why? Because they got the McDoubles, they got the McChicken on Fish Friday. If you're you don't want to eat
and
fucking
they're competing
carne,
the right way. They're competing the right way. They're competing in commercials. Imagine if McDonald's and Burger King.
Ronald McDonald ain't shooting fucking Carl's Jr.
Homie, let's talk gang business. The best thing that the mob did, the Italian mob, was they figured out, hey, homie, we're killing one another. We're bringing heat to each other. We're not making no money. There's no money in wars.
Exactly.
So to sit here and fight, that's why I say it's low level shit. The mob, it's a higher level shit. I'm sorry, I hate to break the news,
no, it's true.
But it is, because at least I don't agree with what they're doing, but at least those fools are weathering suits, making what they're doing. Look what level they're on. Why? Because they figured out. And the Italian mob was street gangs at one point.
Yeah,
they were street gangs, but they eventually figured out.
They're crews.
Yeah,
eventually
they figured out, hey, homie, no, we need to make some money. Fuck this. This is chump change.
Yeah.
We're fighting for a fucking block that we don't know.
Yeah,
we're fighting for a block that in 5 years there's no history there anymore. In 5 years, a whole new crew of guys come. The cops will sweep them up. If they get into shit, the RICO Act will come, and it's like the feds come out there. They throw a net every 5 to 10 years, pick everybody up, take these new guys in there. There'll be some more guys coming in.
It's true.
Let's see who's tapping in from Nevada real quick. What's up, Carlos from Nevada? Talk to us.
Saludos, cracking.
Talk to us.
Yeah, this is Carlos. I tuned in a little late, but I just wanted to hear you guys your thoughts on Kyle Rittenhouse getting found out guilty.
All right. You want to stay on the line, or you want us to just answer it? Talk to us.
Nah, this is my last question. I know we need to unite, but it's kind of hard. We run into a homie or a vato, and there's tension, and we start sizing each other up.
Yeah.
That shit need to stop. But how can we stop it? How are we supposed to unite? I want to hear your thoughts on that.
You got it, brother. Thanks for the call. We'll do the unite one first. I think stuff like this, having these conversations, I think it's up to us as older homies to be the example, to show the youngsters that we can get along.
Exactly.
That we can go and meet places. Right now, I ran into a couple youngsters right there in the block. I bought some beer. I'm like, what's up, fellas? How you guys doing? Just be friendly, homie. I see guys like you, and I'll be like, and this has been since I was in like 24 years old, homie. Last time I come out, I'm like, what's up, homie? Because you know why?
The common courtesy.
That's my raza, homie.
Yeah, exactly.
We're hypocrites.
Yeah.
As raza, we're hypocrites.
That's facts.
Because we talk a good one about raza, about brown pride, about unidos. But when it comes to seeing somebody else, we size them up.
Yeah.
Fuck sizing them up.
Always do.
Smile to the vato.
But it's what we taught, because we know that if we smile, if we give in that little bit of weakness, we're done.
But it's not weakness. You know what that is?
Yeah.
That's strength.
Yeah.
Because if I have the strength to smile at a lot, to me, I see people at the line and people like, hey, you know that guy? I mean, I don't know. Anybody I meet, fool, I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm the same way.
Yeah, because you're comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
You're comfortable with your gangsters. And I think what it comes down to a lot of times, especially with youngsters, they're still trying to prove that to themselves.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you don't got to prove that to nobody.
Yeah.
Gangster isn't taking somebody's life. Gangster isn't going to jail. And I think a lot of times we also glorify prison so much, homie, because it's like, that's our Harvard. That's, hey, you going to Pinta? Like, nah, homie, nah. Why don't you impress me by saying, hey, dude, I just graduated college.
I bought a house.
Homie, now we're talking.
Bought a house.
I got a J number. Like, what? Like, nah, homie. Talk to me about fucking stepping your game up. So that's what I'm hoping. But I think we at Raza, we are hypocrites when it comes to being united, homie, because we're all about Raza when some shit happens, but then after that, like, fuck this one.
But even then, when stuff does happen, we don't unite though. No, I always tripped out on that. Like, and you know what? I hope I'm 30 years old, and I hope before I die, I hope I get to see the day where we actually unite.
We're trying,
and I know it's gonna come.
We're trying.
I know it's gonna come because you know what? I know little by little, like whether it's one person, two people hearing it, I know it's gonna hit. You know, I know it's gonna hit and it's gonna touch down to somebody's head.
Hopefully, the younger generation will listen to what we're saying. Start, it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
Like I've said, it took us 50, 60, 100 years to get where we're at as far as gang banging, all the problems we had. It's like getting fat as fuck for fucking last 20. You're
And
not gonna
losing
lose
weight.
Yeah, you're not gonna lose
Losing
that weight.
weight.
You're
Exactly.
gonna sit there and
It's a
go to the gym with
process.
your thing. All right, hold on. We got Wisconsin real quick. We'll tap on that question a little bit. See what we got. Hello. You got the volume down over there, Chris? What's going on, brother? Talk to me.
Oh, brothers. Hey, I want to know what's the end goal? What's the purpose? With you guys speaking on uniting in peace in the gang issue, because and the reason why I asked you that is I just feel like the gang issue is not the gang issue no more.
Okay.
I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in LA, but I would say I've been to a few places. The gang banging with this new generation is slowly but surely changing and starting to get watered down. So I don't think we'll ever get rid of murder, crime, violence, and hate. It's just gonna change. But I think we can't even blame it on gangs no more. I mean, this new group, you got Mexicans and blacks not caring about no big homies. You got them not really caring about the hood no more. In Chicago, drugs was looked down on. Now I don't know how it is in LA, but you can have guys doing drugs. Everybody is really out for themselves. It's self-interest.
Okay.
Self-centered.
Yeah. Same thing over here. But listen, we touch on many different topics, right? We've touched on all kind of topics here. And this one, we're just doing it because this is what happens a lot of times. Because it's not so prevalent. It's not so much in your face. You believe it's not really a problem, right? Just last week or 7 days ago in South Central LA, some guy went with his wife, his kid, to go get some tacos at 2 a.m. in the morning. Wasn't a gang member, right? That. Some young guy comes up to him, ask him where's he from. The guy didn't even get a chance to answer. He put a bullet in his face and his chest, killed the guy. If that's your family member, it hits home. And a lot of times when it's not happening directly to your family, it doesn't hit home. Me, myself, I literally live 4 blocks from the hood that I grew up on. I still see the homies. I still have homies getting caught for murders. I still see homies getting drunk. So I see the effects of gangs. The gangs are still going. Just because it's not really that much in your face doesn't mean the problem is not there. So we're just trying to help bring some light to it and hopefully have somebody who is going through that issue go through it. Because it would be like saying, I'm not going through depression, so why are you guys talking about depression? Not saying you're saying that, but if that makes any sense to you, my man.
All right, I understand. Here it's a little bit different. I guess it's still a little bit more active there. Majority of the crime that they talk about with Chicago, 90% of it is not even gang banging. 90% of it is
somebody
you messing with my girl.
Yeah. No.
You walking around and I want to just rob you because you got money.
In South Chicago, they may not call it gang banging, but it's crews. It's gangs. It's just they don't call it. They're not maybe throwing up a set, but it's the same thing. In Chicago, it's even more live. I mean, you guys got high artillery weapons there all the time. Chicago has one of the worst murder rates. If you don't want to call it gangs,
yeah. The violence is here, but it's just not. It's more individuals.
It's crews. It's crews, no?
And I wouldn't even say it's crews no more. It's more like
people,
one or two guys.
Yeah. Well, no. There's more than that. Chicago be having like 30 shootings in one night, man. So it's more than one or two guys.
Somebody getting out with the wrong guy and he ain't pay him.
But I think at the same time, it's still the same message. Like you're shooting a guy for a chick. You're fighting this because what happens is your boy gets killed, and all of a sudden I'm gonna go back and retaliate because my boy got killed. It's gangbanging. Like I said, it may be named different, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. It's our pride because we as minorities, whether black or brown, unfortunately, can't have our feelings hurt. And what we want to do, we want to retaliate because I got my feelings hurt. And it's wrong because what happens is one person's dead, one person's in prison, we both lose.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Will we ever fix that?
I don't think we will ever fix it 100%, but we can slow it down quite a bit.
Or and just at least shed light on it.
So and that's the goal. Hey, thank you, my man. I really appreciate the phone call, man.
Yep, agree with
Right. Right now, man. I got Chi-Town kicking in, man. So as far as Rittenhouse, let's talk Rittenhouse real quick. That's the young kid in Wisconsin. I'd say Wisconsin, right? That got found not guilty. And we got another phone call. Maybe we won't get to Rittenhouse. See what we got. Big Johnny, what's going on, player?
Hey, what's up, American Cholo?
Talk to me, player.
Hey, so I had a question for you and for Bees right there. That's Bees, right?
Yes, it was cracking. Saludos, big dog. How you doing?
What's up? What's up? Only right here in the SGV.
Much
So
love.
I'm not a gangster. That's right. That's right. I'm not a gangster, but you know, I've been a county. I've been a county here and in San Diego, and I just with now being older, in my 30s now, I just had a question like trying to get into the mindset. Why do Sureño barrios beef if they know at the end of the day they kill some other Southside hood that they're gonna go do life in prison with this guy and maybe even sell up or you're gonna have to exist with this guy for the rest of their life, or if they get life in prison if they get caught up for the murder. Like, how do you justify that? Or how do you ride on somebody knowing that
That's a great question,
gonna be
man.
the outcome?
That's a great question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so to answer his question, I feel that when you join a hood, you don't know that. You don't know that because I'll give you a prime example. You know, not to bring up anybody or glorify anybody, I'll say this. Like I said, I love to read and listen to crazy shit, right? And I'll give you an example. Hitler, he would not preach to the older our crowd, let's say, right? Why? Because we already had a sense of being. We already knew right from wrong. We had a better state of mind. You know who he preached to? The kids. Hitler preached Nazism and the whole mentality to the kids. You know why? Because he said, you know what? If I get him when he's young, he'll work for me. He'll devote his life for me. Exactly. So that's what we do. If we're homies, we look for the youngest, the most broken, the most dysfunctional, whatever it may be. If your mom don't pay attention to you, I will. If your dad's not at home, I'll be at your home, you know. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, and I'm not saying like, hey, you know what, it was cool. Excuse me. But I'll say this. I would say that it's just a job or a reason of opportunity. You know, people see the opportunity and we cash in on it. And it's sad. It's a fucked up game, but we're doing it. We're cashing in on these opportunities, right? But by the time these kids figure it out at 16, not even 16, because they're not gonna figure it out. You're gonna be banging my hood, Joe Blow hood, for 6 years. By the time you really go to county, it's gonna be strange to you. It's gonna be like, why the fuck do I have to sleep next to this man? But in reality, what they're doing is an ultimate plan. It's for the average person, you don't see it because what they're doing is they're building you from being the average Joe to Joe, like Super Joe, you know?
Without saying too much, this is what I say to the gentleman. We fight one another in the streets, and we don't fight in the county of the joint because the boogeyman will get you.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Because the boogeyman will get you.
But it's just they don't know no better, though.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
it
and
is,
by
man.
the time they figure it, and you know what it is? It's just these guys are so manipulated or so in their head that you know what, this is my barrio, this is
But
this.
that just show how fucking crazy that game is. Let me see. Oh, he hung up. Yeah, but that's to show you how I don't want to say dumb the game is, but how
Yeah, you can't really. I don't think you can.
Well,
You know why?
gangbang is just it's a big hypocritical game. Fool. That's what it is.
But this is what I say. Like I said, I'm part of the game still, and I'll never knock it. Why? Because I'll say this: we're saying this about gangs, which is cool. Which is cool. I respect it. I respect it 100%. But I always tell people, be wake, dog. Not only that, not only to homies like me that used to take advantage of you, but to America, dog. Because as quick as you are to get brainwashed
What's going
by
on, player?
homies,
What you want to talk about?
you get brainwashed by the Democrats, Republicans, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Hello. Talk to us.
Yo, what's going on, Gil? How you doing?
I'm good, my man. What you want to say, man? Where you calling from?
Man, I'm calling right here from Sun Valley, man, just up the street from here.
Saludos.
Man, Sol Valle. What's going on? Shout out to Sun Valley, homeboy.
Right. Well, check this out. I just want to, throw my little comment or my little point of view out there in regards to this whole Kyle thing. You know how this dude be saying that he's trying to do this whole thing about self-defense. Like, I don't understand how you could claim self-defense when you're walking the streets with the assault rifle, man.
I agree with him.
I don't get that. And when it
That's
comes
not
to
even
brown
registered
and
to
black,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like when it comes to black and brown, now if the tables were turned, man, automatic death penalty for us.
Exactly.
Well,
If it was me or Chris, yes.
Well, you know what? Yeah,
it would be. It would be.
You're
and
going to
that's
prison.
facts.
That's all I know. You're going to prison.
And you're not even gonna get a good lawyer. You're gonna get a public defender.
But it's unfortunate. A lot of people sit there. Listen, I can see how people gave the guy how they. I thought it was gonna be a hung jury. I never thought they were gonna convict him. I think the DA did a horrible thing, a horrible case.
Yeah.
But the thing was, yeah, if he would have been brown or black, it would have been.
It would have been different.
It would have. It really
it's
would.
like that because you know what we're.
And
you know what's sad is because we're the only, honestly, if you not to interrupt him, but we're the only nation. We're the only nation that's trained to be racist. If you go to England, you can be black and you're still English. You could be white and you're English. But the minute you step foot in the United States, you're brown, you're yellow, you're Chinese.
There you go.
And you know why it's like that? Because we keep ignorance alive. And I feel like how you're calling it right now, it's a fucking phone call to tell people stop being ignorant. Wake up. Hey, you know what? I tell my lady all the time, if a cop gets behind me, I'm putting my fucking hands up. You know why? Not because I'm scared, because I know that if I flinch, that motherfucker's gonna shoot me, dog. He's gonna shoot me, and I know. I know what it is.
We us right here, we know from experience. I just got out. I did 10.
Exactly.
And it's like, come on now. They claim justice, man. This whole justice system is a circus,
It is.
And to me, it's unfair to our people. For one, we ain't got the money for lawyers and none of that stuff. So
Exactly. But they set it up. They set it up like that. They set it up so we can fail. And I'm glad that you see that, dog. Because you know what? When I went to jail the first time in the 90s, I thought it was cool, dog. And you know what? When I went up to 2000, you know what I realized? The fucking system was made for me and you to go back. For Gil to go back, for Cricket to go back, for Lucky, for all the homies that are now on these mics to go back. And you know what? I say open your eyes, Raza. Not because of everything, but I say, you know what? Realize who really is your enemy. But I'm not saying let's go shoot the White House. You know what I'm saying? Let's hurt these people where it hurts, dog. Let's get educated. Let's make movements,
with this whole
dog.
Political
Exactly.
thing, and,
hey, half of these vatos are talking shit, but nobody fucking votes, and I'm guilty. I never fucking vote.
Homeboy.
I never fucking vote.
Exactly.
I never
and
vote.
I was on that same page too. I caught my second strike off of this one, and I opened my eyes, and I'm like, man,
and you can
these dudes are just trying to put us away.
You can still vote, homie.
No,
listen,
but you know why they do that, right?
Let me tell you.
I'm gonna tell you why they did that.
Let me tell you something. Anybody, as long as you're not on parole. And I think now in California you can't be on parole and vote.
Yeah.
But even, I used to believe the same thing, and it was something they were pushing. I thought you had a felony, you could never vote. That's bullshit.
Back in the days it was like that.
No, it's been a long time in California.
Are you serious?
It's been a long time. I looked it up. Trust me, I had this little discussion with my cuñado. He said, "I can't." I said, "Well, you can vote." For the longest time.
Yeah, just recently they changed it, huh?
No, it's been years.
Are you serious?
It's been over a decade.
Well, how come nobody told us?
Because we don't educate ourselves.
They want to keep us blind.
I brought this up. Dude, I push voting so much because this is what it is, homie. This is the yard, okay? Prison is another yard.
Yeah.
This is a yard on a higher fucking level. In this yard, who gets the power? He who makes the laws has the power.
Exactly.
And until we actually get political, and that's why I do political videos, people are like, Gil, why do you care? Because political runs everything,
dude.
Exactly. Just like in the joint, it runs everything. Out here runs everything.
Exactly. No, that's true.
We need to vote the people the suckers out and the people we want in. And until we actually get politically woke in America, as far as raza, we're gonna stay at the bottom of the barrel, homie.
But we can't jump steps.
People fail to see that, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to see that, but I think I hope eventually the more we educate ourselves,
the more you hear it, it's like the radio. The more you listen to the song, you start liking it. You might hate it the first time, but the more you hear that song, you're like, that song's pretty feeling.
That's right.
It's
like
that.
And that's why I fuck with your channel, man, because you try to educate people on things they don't know. You feel me? And it opens up their eyes.
That's what's up, homie.
There you go.
That's what's up. Hey, brother, I appreciate the phone call. Shout out to Sol Valle, carnal.
Oh, yeah, thank you for calling, big dog.
All right, that's right. All right, bro. You guys have a good one.
That's right. And that's what it's about, man. Listen, I think what we're trying to do here is we're trying to educate. Man.
Yeah.
I'm not. Well, I try to entertain you, yeah, because if you can't entertain the class will lose focus.
Exactly. It's like a teacher. You have to be able to grasp the person's attention and how you're gonna get it and mold that mind. We're molding minds, And you know what's crazy is that we don't tell them why or what. I always tell people, like, if you're a Republican, hey, more power to you, though.
I don't care.
You're a Democrat, more power to you. You know what?
Care.
But stand firm by your beliefs and believe in something.
But I will have that conversation with
Believe in something.
A lot of times people won't have that conversation. They'll get too heated. No, to me, I love having those conversations. I mean, when you're left, when you're right, I'm in the center.
It's a debate.
Yeah.
It's a debate.
Ranty with Ramos. What's going on, Ranty with Ramos? So I think we touched a lot of subjects today, man.
Yeah.
I really do. I think this was a great podcast, Peter. I wanna thank you for coming on, homie. I wanna thank Dub V for coming on.
Yeah.
King Tone, like I said, he couldn't make it, guys. He had some personal stuff going on. I'll get King Tone on another one. But this is about us learning from one another. This is about us. Let me get the last phone call after that. We're out of here. 310. Let's see what you got, homeboy. Oh, Commitment Soldier. He's coming in here for yourself. What's going on, Commitment Soldier?
No, I'm just coming in late though, but I rewinded it, I fast forward, I rewind, I touched on a bunch of your shit.
That's
right. I just wanted to chime in with you guys since down the road, not too long from now, I'll be up there and I'll be saying my shit up on that on your podcast.
That's right, homie. Talk to us,
big dog.
Nah, what's up, Young Beef?
Just right here living, you know how we do it.
No, that's what man. Look, you guys, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We lift the motherfuckers up, my boy. We're setting a tone for the younger generation.
Yes,
we're setting examples. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where we use these platforms to get out there and set example, mainly to share experience, strength, and hope, and put our past stories out there to a certain narrative, just to kind of what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Qualify. A lot of people have to see and the people that speaking at least qualify in their own fucking mind, so they at least know that person's been there, done that, and then we get back with how we do it now, what we learned from what we went through, and where we're at now, and how we're doing it now, and how it's panning out. But it's one of those things where I'm trying to tell motherfuckers like where we were and how we did it and how we were hardwired before.
Yes, sir.
If you want to call it like product of our environment, or it was the peer pressure, or it was the black and white of how we were raised. Whatever scenario was for each and one of us, it's what route we went. If it was gangbanging to drug addiction to alcoholism to depression to you name it, just bad choices and getting hardwired a certain way, even a mix of all that. How what it was for us and how what it was like, and then what was it for each of us to make that change or to begin to make that change, right?
Yes, sir.
And then what the fuck is working now?
Yep.
And I think some of us that are getting older and been through it and reevaluating everything and putting all it is reevaluating everything and putting another value setting on everything.
It's called, you know what it is, and King Tone is the one that came up with this catchphrase. It's a credible messenger, homeboy. You are a credible messenger. I am a credible messenger. Big Beef is a credible messenger. Dub V was a credible messenger. These are guys that aren't just sitting here with suit and ties trying to tell you, hey, don't do this. We've gone through that struggle, and we're just trying to help the people behind us not go through so much of a struggle so they can step their game up for their family and for a raza, homie. Yeah. That's what it's about.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just wanted to chime in. I wanted to check in, say what's up. I appreciate you guys. And
man,
thank you for calling in, big dog. Appreciate it.
Gil, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, for sure, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll schedule something up, and we're going to do this, homeboy.
Yeah. He's hitting me as fuck.
What's cracking? Please hit me up on the way home.
Tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you. We're going to touch base.
All right,
tomorrow.
player. Have a good one, man. We'll be talking.
Yeah,
all right,
go, big dog.
For sure. All right, people. So we're going to start to get that intro music out. That's how we do it, fool. Oh, you want to go? No, you can still sit here and chill with me.
You gotta have a last message.
Oh, I'm gonna give you the last word.
Okay,
relax,
hell yeah. You gotta do a last. You gotta do a last message.
Now relax. I gotta do my spiel first. Okay. Then I'll hand the baton to you. Is that okay? This was already taking over my show. Jesus Christ.
Nah, come on. I was like,
all right, man. I want to thank all you guys for tapping in this Friday. There was some real talk here. It's not to offend anybody, it's not to piss anybody off, even though it may offend and piss you off. And if it does offend and piss you off, maybe you need to look in the mirror and change your life, man. This is for us to sit here and give you our experiences and try to help you from making those same mistakes, man. This is a silly game. We've been playing for over 50, 60, 100 years. We're killing our own. We're going to prison. We're destroying our communities, homie. We should be uprising our community, uprising our people, and making sure our kids have a better life than us. That is the American dream, and that is the hope. With that being said, I'm going to hand it off to Young Bees. Young Bees, you got the last word, player. Let's do this.
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. First of all, I want to say thank you to American Cholo. I want to say thank you to my girlfriend right here, Janet, for keeping me in line. You know what I mean? But I just want to say thank you to everybody who believed in me. And I just want to say that I appreciate everybody who took the time out of your busy day, whether you're gonna beat up your baby mama, whatever it was, dog. Just think twice, dog. Because I was there, dog. I was there one day where I was gonna lose it all and give it all to this. And you know what? I say this: don't turn your back on what you believe in, because like I said, I believed in the game for years. I love the fucking game, dog. I to this day, I will never bash it, but I would say, what do you bring to the game? What kind of player are you? Are you gonna be a Kobe, or are you gonna be a Shaq and you're gonna fucking miss fucking free throws? What worth are you bringing to the table? And are you ever gonna be an MVP? And when you do, are you gonna forget about the fans that got you there? Because you know what I say? Whether you're a hood star, a superstar, or a fucking rock star, you only got as much value as the people that are in the stands, dog. Right now, we got a bunch of gente watching us, American Cholo. Our gente makes us, dog. There is no American Cholo. There is no Young Beefs without the viewers.
Absolutely, player.
Exactly.
With that, fade to black, baby.
We gone.
We're out of here, people. Have a great fucking weekend. Oh, wait. One more thing. Oh, wait, I'm back. Tomorrow, we will be giving out turkeys, giving out some free meals between 2 and 4 o'clock at the North Hollywood Victory Outreach. Anybody wants to come through, wants to say what's up, wants to beat me up, it's the time to go over there, man. North Hollywood Victory Outreach. I will be there between 2 and 4 o'clock, giving out turkeys and helping those guys out, man. Thank you, guys. God bless, and have a happy Thanksgiving. Let's do this.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Back, baby.
Let's do it.
We do it.